longest-running beer podcast in the Pacific Northwest. Why wouldn't they be listening to us?
So many different beers! I got you something really good and really delicious.
Oh my God.
You listen to the Brew Happy show, so do I. Do it.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer.
Oh yeah, that's Brew Happy.
So good.
All right, well, I'm the voice of beer, and you're listening to the Brew Happy show. Thanks so much, beer fans, for tuning in this week. And, of course, we are joined by JP, the champion.
There we go.
And
It's warm today.
it is.
It is.
And, of course, we got Fitzmagic.
Hello.
Yeah. And we have the Green Goddess with us this
Look at that.
week.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, yes, we are happy to be here,
Hi,
too.
everybody.
And here is one of our favorite locations.
One?
Yeah,
It's
one
the
of
favorite.
It is the favorite.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
See, you're
The-
selling them short.
We haven't checked in quite as many times on Untapped, but
I
it
know.
does have quite a few memorable moments of beers.
It's true.
And whiskey. See,
Yeah.
that's the key. This is a bonus whiskey show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know how many I brought?
We're gonna
Guess.
find out.
Take a guess.
4?
What was that sound?
Wow.
That's insulting.
Okay, well.
What was that? There seems to be a Jedi in that
I think
prison.
there's a Jedi.
The Force
yes,
is strong with
yes.
him.
That must mean we're at the
He
McPolanders.
just whipped out his saber.
Yeah, we're at the
Oh my
McPolanders
God.
tap room.
So cool.
Hey guys.
And
Does he use protection?
and we got Jeremy and Jen.
Jesus Christ.
And Jeremy is he just can't stop playing with his lightsaber.
Right.
Yeah, he's jingling it around. He's changing out the crystals.
Well, he's still young enough. You can do that.
Yeah, well.
He's jiggling his crystals around as we
If
speak.
you've met Jen McPoland, you might know why.
Yes.
Because he lets him buy these ridiculous things.
she's
and
very
display
amused.
them. She almost got hit in the face with that.
Yeah, don't smack Jen in the face with your lightsaber.
Thing.
She
Good
might
God.
need a football
Hey, at least
helmet.
it's not on.
Football helmet
That
with
would be
a mask.
that would be
would be-
detrimental to the health.
Well, yes, it might be. Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's not on the show this week.
No, he's imbued with my being right in the moment.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Which one's this one?
Oh,
Oh my God! I just lost my pinky. He just
Wow.
sliced my pinky
Hey,
off.
see what happens when you swing that thing around?
I know.
At
Losing limbs.
At least it's cauterized.
No more monkeys
You're right
jumping on
there.
the bed.
Nothing's bleeding.
Yeah, we can put it on ice. We'll get it back on there later.
Well, we thank you all for listening, and have a good night. Cheers. Goodbye.
All right.
That's the end of that show.
I'll drink beer. You guys go to the hospital with JP and his pinky.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. We are here at the McPolanders. We're actually inside the homestead this
Yeah,
week.
we're not
It's
in-
too freaking cold
we're
to
not
be
in the pub.
outside.
It is a little chilly, and they're trying to save on the electricity, so they're trying not to warm up that
No,
garage.
that's not it. We don't turn the heat on for you bitches.
That's true.
That's
You
true.
don't-
We usually
you
just
don't
wear
like us.
wear coats.
We just give you a lot of beer.
That's true.
Ah.
And other substances.
I did bring 4 levels of coats, depending on where we were. Okay.
Wow.
Just,
I
know
thought
what?
he was gonna say 4 levels of Coke, and I was like, God damn!
I thought
that's
that's
what
what
I-
he said.
This shit's fucking popping
I
off.
was
like,
like, wow,
wow.
he usually brings weed, but okay.
Like that's not normally my style, but okay.
Win in Portland, apparently.
You
Yeah,
never
I'm
know
gonna
what
watch.
you're gonna get from
Yeah.
JP.
No, it's usually whiskey.
when we wake up, it'll be next week.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Oh shit!
No.
Long as you
Also,
make it that long.
keeping John in line, Sue Paul is also here. So
That's
hi,
right.
Sue. Hi. She's having a drink on the couch.
That's
cuddling
true.
with the cats.
Yeah. And
Cats? What?
Yeah, there's cats.
She's on a couch with cats?
she's got cats.
Deal with it.
God.
Yeah.
I have a trouble dealing with that.
He is
Y'all's,
allergic to them.
I'm crazy ass allergic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
most people that are allergic for some reason don't have a problem here. I'm not sure why.
Good.
Yeah.
You have
It's probably
special
your
cats.
all-natural food.
They're
No,
hypoallergenic
it's
cats.
not.
Well, I'm not
me.
sitting in the couch where the cats sit.
Is it because you
True.
shave the cats?
Yep, that must be it.
Oh,
With the lightsaber.
with the lightsaber.
That's how he practices.
Wow.
That would be good practice, though, wouldn't it?
Jeez, come here.
Think about shaving the cat with the lightsaber.
No.
Come here. Come here. Olive, come here. You got it.
No. Leave the cat alone. All right. Well, we got some great beers on the table here.
Yeah.
Is that what we're here for?
Yes, we are.
What's up, bitch?
That's
what
one
we're
of the beers.
drinking.
That's right.
That's one of the beers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. So why is this beer called Sup Bitch?
Because I named it after Ryan.
Oh, okay.
What's up, bitch?
God.
Wow.
Here's what I will say.
Does his wife know this?
Which
yeah.
part?
Oh, I told you.
Give her some beer.
It's really delicious. It is a hoppy lager. It's a pretty easy grain build. If I remember, there's like I think 4 different things.
Just 2.
Is it just 2? Oh, the 4 was the first one.
Okay.
Oh no, it actually did end up being 3 because we ran out of
pills.
Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
the beer that
This
you
is-
guys brewed together?
Yeah, one of them.
One of the.
Okay.
This is the second one that got done on Brew Day, and so yeah,
Okay.
this is.
You brewed a beer?
I watched.
Yeah.
helped.
I helped
He
a
helped.
little bit.
He helped.
I helped, but mostly it was the Oregon Brew Crew kind of a brew day that I just attended and took pictures of and hung out, and we had hot scotchies and you missed out.
Did you
Hot
did you
scotchies,
post
too?
those on our Instagram?
I know because I was drunk. So
That's okay. You can always post them after this show so that
can
the beer fans know what we're talking about.
A recap. Maybe some of Jeremy's explanation of a tropical stout on the spot. And that was
Yeah.
great.
So that's the beer that I have.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'd like to know a little more about the tropical stout.
Now, we talked
Oh,
about this a couple
yes.
weeks ago when we were at the Peanut location of
True.
Chuckanut, and
Yeah.
you kind of briefly went over it, but it wasn't
Peanut.
ready yet. Now it's ready.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody want to set a timer?
That's what you're drinking? It's a tropical stout?
Yeah.
Seriously,
There we go.
you're gonna throw me into the bus like that, lady? All right. Anyway, long story short, tropical stout. It's yeah. I'm just gonna read the.
The whole definition from Wikipedia.
No.
the BJCP.
Oh,
yeah.
even better.
So it's longer.
So it's longer.
course.
Wikipedia standards.
Why
are
you
just-
gotta hate?
you just got to say.
Oh my god!
You have to be very specific.
I did just say long story short.
Oh.
It's originally
It's a
high
stout.
gravity or high gravity stouts brewed for tropical markets became popular and imitated by local brewers, often using local sugars and ingredients. And the overall impression is it's a very dark, sweet, fruity, moderately strong ale with smooth, roasty flavors without a burnt harshness.
Okay.
I know a couple people with those characteristics.
Dark, sweet, and fruity.
Yeah, well.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
Doesn't matter. But is it a delicious beer?
I think so. Yeah.
Did it meet your ABV standards?
it went actually a little bit over.
It's about, what is this, 6%?
It's 6, 7.
6, 7, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a little less than that. I wanted it to be like more like
4?
6, 1.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Because it's supposed to be a lighter style.
Yeah. Lighter,
and,
sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is there anything special you can tell us about this particular tropical stout?
Yeah, it's not Chuck's Tropical Stout.
Okay.
It's this guy who's he's a very winning home brewer. He would brew something that was more akin to a milk stout. He would actually add toasted coconut into it, and it was an absolutely delicious beer. But it was not a tropical stout.
Okay.
But one of the reasons we fell in love with tropical stout, or at least I did, is we found it in Belize, and we got a chance at a couple different styles.
And you found a tropical stout in Belize.
Yeah.
And would you believe that he wanted to make it after drinking it?
I
Stop
can believe it,
believing.
yeah.
That's where you find it is in the tropics.
Right.
Oh, all
and
right.
it was, I think it was, one of them came from St. Nevis and Kitts, and the other one came from, like, I don't know, Bermuda or somewhere.
Now you told me, I believe,
Jamaica.
that the style was created back in the day, like in the UK, and that was brought over to the English-owned tropical or Caribbean islands, and that was the beer that they like made for them, so that way they could have like some kind of alcoholic beverage, but not necessarily go like crazy because you can't really do hops and IPAs and stuff down there.
Exactly.
And stores and barrels much easier.
Yeah, 100%. And the reason I gave you the cliff notes is because my wife was going to set a timer on how long I was going to talk.
You're at 9 minutes.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
All right.
And it's called, yeah, so the one out there, I actually don't
Did
know
you
what
not
to
name
call
it?
it. No, don't know what to call that one.
I thought you said it was not Chuck's tropical stout.
Well, not Chuck's, but yeah.
You could
Okay.
you could call it a ice storm tropical stout because we just had fucking got over that shit.
You better believe it.
Yeah, better
There you
believe
go.
it. There you go. I like that.
There
Bring it back.
There it is.
Belize.
Where's that button? There
All
it
right.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to kind of recap for the newer listeners, how many gallons do you guys do on your Blickman system?
We'll typically do anywhere between 5 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was
so
a 5 gallon, right?
That was a 5.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
yeah, 5 and 6 to 10. I don't think we've done any more than 13.
Mostly fives.
Yeah, mostly 5s.
You guys have been. We've talked about this the last time you were on the show. Is you're going for the Osh body here in Oregon.
Osh body?
Osh body. Ash Patty. And so this is one of the beers. Is this going to be at the Stout Bout?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. It's not as. I mean, my high bar is pretty high when it comes to tropical
Okay.
stout.
Sure.
But
You don't feel like this cuts the mustard as far as your standards are concerned?
It
Jen's-
might not win a medal, but it'll also give us really good feedback. So
Okay.
that alone is a good thing.
Okay.
yeah, I agree.
Right. That's it. There'll be some positive notes.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
I would assume that there are people who are going to be like, oh, it's not heavy enough, which is fine because that's not the style and we don't give
Or
a crap.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Tropical.
Right. Yeah. You're going to be, yeah.
And
But
we
yeah,
don't-
feedback is good.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if it's like, okay, I don't know exactly what's wrong with this beer, I'm going to submit it and see what happens in competition. And it gets ripped apart and then like, oh, that's what was wrong with it.
Well, and the thing is, it's the first time we've ever made one, so it's really great to be able to put it into a competition because it's good. It's just not as good as we'd like it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be better next time.
Yeah, so we have those are the two of the three beers. The third beer that you guys did on that brew day was the Better Check Yourself. Well, no, what is it? What is it?
Well, I was gonna call it something like you get flecked or something, but I actually
Fleck off.
came up with fleck around and find out.
There you go.
Oh,
right, that's
there
what
you
it is.
go.
Czech Dark
Wow,
Lager
that's a good
is
name.
a clone off of the original recipe for Ufleck Flekovsky.
Okay.
However,
I was like, I feel like cologne is a stretch.
well, okay, everything
It's the implication of a type of beer.
everything except
It's
for
irrelevant.
the
relative.
triple decoction. Right, so it would need some melanoid and malt in order to give you that
There you
like,
go. Okay.
Maillard kind of sweetness.
Now, just to kind of touch a little bit on vernacular. When you clone a beer, what are we talking about here?
You want to make it exactly like the original.
And do you
Just like a
recipe.
clone would be.
for that process, do you reverse engineer the beer itself, or are you getting a recipe online, or are you talking to the brewer and seeing if they can kind of scale it down for you, or is there documentation with the OJ,
Depends.
the OC?
Each beer is different.
Unless you're Ben Evans, you just go, here's the
OCG.
recipe, but not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just gives you the ingredients. But some breweries will literally give you the recipe,
Okay.
and then you can just scale it down.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
that's not common.
Okay.
In this situation, I took a look around online for like the recipe that was given to. Somebody actually went over to Prague and they spoke to the brewer, and he said this recipe kind of changes all the time. But here's
the brewer.
yeah, it was the brewer. It was about 7 years
It
ago.
was
or
a
something like
drunk
that.
monk. It doesn't matter.
Sure, and he said, "Here's the recipe right now." And it's over the course of 600 years, it's changed,
Right.
obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Because and we know this to be true because people, even in our industry, as of yesterday, we made this last year, but now we're going to make it again, but we're going to change it because we want to do a different malt, we want to do a different hops, or
Yeah.
we're trying a different yeast.
Or maybe there's not enough diastatic.
The water's different from last year. It doesn't
whatever,
matter.
Mike.
Yeah, the
It
mineral
changes, yeah.
mineral
Wait,
content has
found a
changed.
special way.
We've we
Right.
scienced the fuck out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I basically took that recipe, looked at it, kind of tweaked it for our own. I had to like dial it down because that was for like a 12 barrel, something like that. So we kind of made a homebrew version of it, and I didn't take too many liberties because I kind of wanted to keep it,
It's
yeah,
good.
where it is, and it's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Nice.
Before we go to a break, do you have anything that is currently still brewing?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I was so happy with the way Sup Bitch came out, but all you fucking testosterone bitches helped a little bit too much with it. So I had to
I
brew it
didn't
again.
touch it.
Yeah, but the boys did. We had the guys from the brew crew over, and they were.
Uh,
So I wanted to. It was my recipe, but I couldn't really enter it in SheBrew unless I remade it myself. So I did.
So you did.
So it's fermenting right behind Damian right now.
okay.
Some bitches.
Yeah.
No, that one's gonna be called Bitch Please.
Wasn't that what it was originally called?
Yes, but I changed the name because I decided Bitch Please was gonna be my recipe, and this was gonna be Sup Bitch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how long does that take to ferment like that?
Well, it's a lager, so it takes a little bit longer. That'll probably be done.
Well, tell me time-wise, not how long, just in general.
4.5 weeks?
Approximately 10 days the way that we do
Okay.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I mean, 10 days just for the fermentation.
So
Not for-
you
from
could
grain to glass.
say that there are some bitches brewing up in this house.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Okay.
There's an OG, and then there's the mini bitches.
Especially
Yeah.
next to
I was
Damian.
considering
Damian
doing
is-
a whole bitch
guarding 'em.
series.
she should.
I really think you should.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay.
Do a whole
I'm in.
bitch beer series. Yep.
We'd cover that.
I love it.
If you will, take this liberty with naming the beer. You can call one. I got 99 problems,
But the bitch ain't one.
but a bitch ain't one.
That'll be her imperial stout.
Yeah, that'll be some high ABV shit right there.
Boneyard Suge Knight kind of beer.
Yeah.
I would not make that.
She's like, wait a minute, I can't do that.
That's not my jam.
Yeah. You don't
No.
have trouble checking in your beers here because you're not keeping up
That's
to date
true.
on
Well, you know,
Untappd.
you have to
You have to
actually
add
put
them.
them
You
in.
have to add them,
them.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't, but I can't
This one
find them.
exists. Well,
That's
no,
because they
you
don't
have to
exist
add
until you
them
add
in.
them, John.
Yeah, but I can't add them because I don't have all
He
the...
doesn't understand computers.
Computers are hard.
No, they add them when they make them, and then I
No,
just...
we don't.
But you can also
No,
add
you
them as you
you
drink
add them. Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
If I had enough information, I could.
We can give
true.
you the information.
We'll provide, man.
Yeah, I'll give you my phone. Just start putting...
I know it's tough, but you'll figure it out.
So this is the first time you've actually been here when we've only had all of our own beers on tap.
That's fantastic.
Is that true?
Yes,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. Every time we
Yes.
usually had at least one or two
Something.
guest beers,
collaboration
let
or a
alone
guest beer.
like 5.
Yeah.
yeah.
We've got not just the tropical stout, the Sup Bitch, the Czech Dark Lager, flick
had
flick
that.
around to find out. We've got Jubilicious,
I got that too.
which is the festive ale, of course.
Uh-huh.
Asgardian Sip, which is our kviek.
Which is what I'm having next.
Oh, cool.
Over having the fleck.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And besides sparkling water, I put together a new version of Zombier.
Oh yeah.
So
Tell us
it's-
a little bit about that.
Zombier Chapter 2024, Episode 2. It's
Second one made this year?
Yeah.
He made
yeah.
it today.
Well, I made it today actually. I just named the episode is
It's
the
a
month.
blend.
It's a blend, right?
You can't tell, but there's a pile of sweat underneath that hat from earlier.
That's true. So I'm just gonna give you a few of the beers, so as not to bore you.
I did see them sitting
God.
out, so
Everything from Silver Moon Dark Tranquility to Father of All Tsunamis to Glühwein to Freem Bourbon Barrel Aged Barley Wine to Cascade Elderberry.
Oh wow.
To
Wow.
That's the funk. There's the funk
a,
right there.
a sour from Farmhouse to Logston Passion
He meant
Bread
to
might
say
be the last one.
farmhouse.
Yeah,
I did
Funhouse.
say
He
Funhouse.
said farmhouse.
Funhouse. Sorry, Funhouse.
The Rizos.
The Rizos. Let's see. Logston Passion Brett.
I gotta go have that now.
You went to Birthday Sour Brown
Yeah.
Hellshire 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see what else is in there.
Because 12 is it 12 or 13 that's out right now?
13, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
New Belgium Domenico Mimosa Sour, Schilling Hard Cider, Spice Chai.
Okay, you
there's
can
like
stop.
So
You
many
can stop.
more.
Yeah,
There's
you
so
can
many
stop.
more.
Okay. All
There's
right.
like 12 beers in that
So
thing.
do I have that
There's
or the
18.
Asgardian next?
It's your
you
call,
have
babe.
one or
Yeah,
the
I'll probably
other.
have.
Just know this: the Zombier is going to be fairly high octane.
Oh.
We call that
I
jet
bet.
fuel.
I
Got
bet.
it. I'm gonna
yeah.
go get that.
So
Yeah. There
No,
you
we
go.
call that before whiskey.
yeah.
Yeah. Right now. We're
I
gonna.
think we're gonna we're gonna go on break, and before we do that, I want to thank all the listeners for tuning into this Brew Happy show. We do this show for you, so feel free to
we
reach
do
out
this
to
show
us.
for us a little bit.
Well, yeah, but we do like the beer.
Mostly for others.
But we do this for other people that also like beer. So wherever you are in the Brewniverse, reach out on social media. Let us know where you are and what kind of brews are making you happy out there. Where are you getting them? Who makes them? And tell us a little story about maybe yourself and what you like about the show. We like it if you rate us,
Yeah.
subscribe,
Yeah.
like, and maybe share with a friend. Let other people in the Brewniverse know that
That's-
you listen
yeah.
to a great show
it's pretty cool
the,
like that.
that's done by the beer community.
Yeah.
For the beer community.
Yeah, we are all over social media, so you can find us on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, and X. We also have a YouTube channel that we try to update.
Yep,
It's a
I'm
little tough.
actually doing some more stuff with the YouTube channel today, and we are doing some stuff on the Discord channel. So
Yeah, we do have a Discord channel now.
check
gonna
that
figure
out.
that out.
Yeah, we are figuring it out. We were playing around with it today with Jeremy, And yeah, we'll talk more about that after this break.
Yes,
And
of course,
some words from our friends.
If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/brewhappy. Little as $1.
Oh yes, we do like money.
We do like money. It does help replace cords and dongles and dangles. And
Gets the bar tab going, and the more Patreon subscribers that we get, the more money and funding we have for trips a little farther outside of our radius. We can go on trips to Wilsonville and check out Ordnance Brewing, or we can go to Bend and check out some of the breweries out there, Eugene, and
there's like 95 out there.
Yeah, there's like Ninkasi. I'd like to check out Monkless. Maybe do another Crux episode, but actually in Bend instead of the Crux over here.
We do need to definitely go to San Diego at some point.
San Diego would be a great trip. Yeah. So we're always saving our shekels for that kind of stuff. The more Patreon support we get, the more we can get out there and find out about.
The more we can party.
Other things going on in the universe. So let's hear some words from our friends in the industry, and we'll be right back with some more beers with the McPolanders. Cheers.
Monday again at the McPolanders.
What's up, motherfucker?
Oh yeah, that's Brew Happy.
This is your friendly neighborhood Unipiper, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
Hey there, I'm Squeaky Pete. Are you looking to get the word out about your beer-related business? Did you know that podcasts have been rising in popularity since they were first known as audio blogging in the 1980s? With podcasts catching hold in the late 2004, there are more than 115,000 English-speaking podcasts available. Hundreds of them talk about beer, but only one will make you happy. Brew Happy. Advertise with us and get the word out about your business to more than 30,000 listeners. For more info, contact brewhappypdx@gmail.com. Woo-ha!
Hey, this is Sean from the Beer Mongers, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
John, I need more beer.
Mom and Dad! Oh my God!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Brew Happy Podcast. We do Mondays the right way. We have a long-standing tradition of drinking beer on Mondays. We have been for the last 11 seasons, and doing a fine job of it, if I might say so myself.
I also say so.
I say so.
Me 3.
So does Bronwyn.
Me 3.
Yeah. There's a funky smell in the room all of a sudden.
That's you took off your shoes.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put them back on.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we are here with our good friends, Jen and Jeremy. They are known in the industry.
It's true.
By many a people.
Oh, yes.
We went to TPK Brewing last week. And,
that was so much fun.
And Jess was like, oh my God, I fucking love her. I'm like, right? Isn't she the best?
Yeah, we got to.
She's the best.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She's
pretty,
fucking awesome.
Her beers are goddamn good. So
Yes.
she needs to.
She's doing a guava wheat.
Oh my God, for SheBrew?
For SheBrew. I
That's
cannot
amazing.
wait to try it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jess and
I
Elliot
believe it's
were
called
great last
improvised
week.
weapon.
Oh, improvised weapon?
Yes.
We talked about it last week.
Okay.
Damian doesn't remember because he has the memory of a goldfish. But yeah.
Well, I remember that. I
Okay.
did edit the show.
Okay. Just making sure because you seemed surprised when she said that out loud.
I'm enjoying the surprise of the newer listeners.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
This guy.
This guy. Your fourth wall sucks.
Your fourth wall sucks. You're always breaking it.
You guys sucked at the break. You didn't get yourself beer.
Yeah, we should go get more beer.
What the hell?
It's true. John succeeded.
I doubled up. I
John
got
did
beer
succeed.
and whiskey.
Well,
no, wait, and rum. Look at that. I found some rum.
talk
You
about
brought
it in a
rum.
second.
I'm also curious what's in that little mason jar right there.
Hey, don't worry about that. We do have a lot of beer that
Armagnac from before these guys were born.
What the
Wow.
I'm just gonna turn you down. You
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me just now. And you're sitting right next to
Look
me.
at him.
That's amazing.
Actually-
I do want to talk real quick about the fact that we have this really cool event that just happened over the weekend, and you guys attended it. Festival of the Dark Arts. Festival. How was it? How drunk were you, and do you remember most?
Yeah.
He was way drunker than me.
Well, here's the great.
Fantastic. I can't wait for the Beer Fairy drunk stories.
Well, you know what's funny is Jeremy didn't really get drunk until we got to Galactics after the festival. We were really, really good because
It's called pacing yourself.
I know, because there was 4 of us that kind of stayed together, and we would all get. Jeremy and I got an extra glass. Long story short, it was my fault, but it worked out really good. So we had 3 glasses, and then so there was 5 between the 4 of us. Oh man! So we would just like get some and take a few sips, and then
Pass it
if
along.
it was really good, we'd finish it. But a lot of it, we were being smart and dumping it out.
Wow.
Being
So
kind to
this
your
is-
bodies.
It is the first year I ever managed to make it through Festive Dark Arts without getting drunk. And I was really proud of
First
myself.
year. First
Wow.
year out of
First
like
year.
9.
I know, right?
Yeah.
At least 9. We've gone every year, for the most part. No, it was great. It was
The
fucking
hardest part's
fantastic.
getting the hotel room.
No, not for us, because we've been going to the same bed and breakfast for the last probably dozen years.
And they know you're coming.
So all 5 of the rooms, the 5 of us that stay there, or the 5 groups that stay there, when we leave, we're like, all right, we'll be back next year. And
year.
they just automatically rebook us. So we've been staying in the same place
Well,
always.
fantastic.
I will tell you, though, one of the highlights for all of us was a brewery we'd never heard of out in North Carolina.
Oh. Was it Wicked Weed?
No, it was
No.
Burial.
Oh, Burial. I've heard of them.
Yeah, and they had 2 different beers on, and they were both freaking fantastic.
Yeah. They've been featured at Great American Beer Festival before, I believe.
I'd never heard of them before, but both
There
of
was-
their beers were spectacular.
There was a lot of postings over the
Yeah.
weekend from
yeah.
mostly a lot of our friends. We saw some home brewers,
Yeah.
some nano breweries there. We also saw a lot of big names show
yeah.
up and threw a lot of dark beer down.
Oh, yeah. Familiar
Funhouse was there.
and unfamiliar.
Jeez,
Yeah,
Jesus,
Funhouse. I
man.
saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scary
Funhouse
South.
has been making a big comeback lately.
He's been doing. We're gonna have him on the show soon.
I hope so, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna also brew beer with him soon.
That'd be delightful.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Like 4
Maybe with
blocks from here.
McPolanders. I don't know.
Why not?
Maybe
It
a
is
little,
like-
maybe a little fun brew collab.
Yeah.
The Kenton collab. They're like 4 blocks from here.
And
Yeah.
he's not that far.
No.
And he's a cool guy. Jeremy has the
Feverishly looking for his notes.
Oh,
you
yes.
have the notes.
Yes. So you have a tour book here. This is like is this like a little stamp book, or it's like a little guide?
So it's they call it the event grimoire.
Okay.
And grimoire is like actually a book of spells.
It's
that kind of thing.
correct, but in this case, it's like a little
It's a book
that you
of
make,
beer,
that you hold
so
your notations in.
you
It's
basically-
like the
it
33
will tell you
books, or
what is what,
or like the
where.
McMiniman's passport.
It's a
looks-
fancy program,
yeah.
right? And oh man, the money that you pay on the festival definitely goes into the presentation that they give you back, and it's just fantastic. And so, the secret. Oh my God, we could not find that, and then maybe we left This is the secret location beer.
Okay, what's that all about?
Called Half Acre Beer. We never found
Is
it.
it a secret beer that?
Well, they didn't even put it on until after 2 because we finally got one of the staff to tell
Okay.
us. They're like, oh no, it's gonna be, because people would be like, oh, it's back behind the canning line, and then you find out that it wasn't coming out until a certain time, so we never even got it.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And then it was like, it's called Sickle Through Sable, Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with cacao nibs, or cocoa nibs, and it's a 15%er, and it's 3 ticket. And I was like, oh my gosh, but
Whoa.
we've had that kind of thing before, so if we miss it,
You
then
guys
we
have
miss
made
it.
that kind of thing before.
Maybe not
Ish.
that.
Not like that syrupy thick.
Okay.
I mean, we
But-
could.
We could.
We could.
But yeah, I was just looking at a few of these things. First off, I was amazed at how many freaking peanut beers there were. There
Oh,
were like
really?
How many peanut stouts or peanut this or peanut
So
that.
if you had a peanut allergy, you're probably in big trouble. When you...
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would have to go to the emergency room, and we were really, really careful about it. And what you're hearing behind you is our stasis. It's the glycol chiller.
You have a glycol chiller here in your house?
Yes.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
behind you.
Yeah, what's up, bitch?
Wow.
It's
What's up, bitch?
keeping it cold. It's keeping it cold to 58. We had
Okay.
it at 52. We had to bring it up to 58 to to get. She dry hopped it again. So.
Oh wow.
But yeah, the burial beer was great. Oh, the name of it. The names of their beers were fantastic. So this was Into the Comforting Arms of a Most Delightful Sense of Dissatisfaction. I'm like, what is this
The
beer?
poetry and prose of beer.
It's imperial stout with Madagascar and Mexican vanilla beans, toasted cacao nibs, burial espresso beans, so they must have made their own coffee, Meyer lemon zest, and ladyfinger cookie.
Ladyfinger cookie?
Was delicious.
Yeah, it's like an Italian cookie, right?
Yeah,
It's what they
it's
what they
part
use
of
to
a
make
trifle.
tiramisu.
Right.
Or trifle, yeah. By the way, a grimoire is as you say, a spell book that contains symbols, incantations, charms, and instructions for invocations and making of amulets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they would like you to feel like when you're at the festive dark arts,
Goddamn magic's
because,
happening
wow.
inside your body.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that was a really lovely one. There was another one. Trying very quickly to find the third cross. Wow.
So is that Super Bowl
What's
weekend?
going on over there?
That was so no.
Why are you
Right?
making noises?
Right, it's the Festival of Dark Arts Super Bowl weekend.
No, that was just it was like 2 days ago.
2 days. Okay. Oh, it's the weekend after the Super Bowl. You
Not
know why they're
necessarily.
smart?
Yeah, but yes. By the way, I am drinking the Asgardian Sip,
Yeah.
and it is sip-tastic.
Do you like it?
It's really
Thank
good.
you very
Oh
much.
wow.
Seriously good. You want to try it?
From the bar in the garage?
Le kviek.
From the bar in the
Le
garage.
kviek. Le kviek.
Kviek?
Kviek.
Thank you, my love.
Like a burger. That's
Oh
really
yeah, you can taste that kviek yeast.
It's really good.
Now-
Super, dude, top notch.
Thank you.
A little
Four and a-
grassy.
very much.
4.5 out of 5 stars.
Thank you. So before I go into like just some other crazy stuff, yeah, we had some fantastic beers. I think Jen has given us a hint.
Oh, what is that? You
She's-
just passed me.
Well, this is
that was
this is a
good.
matryoshka variant.
So this is matryoshka bourbon and whiskey barrel aged. This is with vanilla cocoa nibs and cinnamon with raspberries. This was not this year though. This was 2 years ago.
2020. Let me take a look on the side. 2021.
Yeah. So
Yep.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember when they released this, and I am glad to have it again. Because we've talked
Yeah.
about all the matryoshka releases.
I love the matryoshka. Not quite as much as I like the kvatika, but I'll tell you, it's pretty up there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when they go crazy on their imperial stouts, you know, they make the base. The base is great, in my opinion. The matryoshka base is great, and then they just start to continue and layer and layer and layer.
Right.
And, this was a good one, but this one coming up this year, oh my gosh, I can't wait. We're gonna let them age maybe a year and let
Okay.
them like mellow into themselves. But
What
was
are this
the,
year? What's
line?
this year's?
Well,
flavors?
they're not all out yet. But I will tell you, the matryoshka, which is they called it the mother this year,
Right.
is out. There's a lot of variants. We talked about this a few weeks ago because there was a barrel-aged version of the kvatika, which also,
Yeah.
by the way, I don't
I
know
was
if you
getting
know
to
this.
that. Yeah,
There's also a coconut kvatika,
I did hear about this.
so you should drink that as well.
Mhm.
But
I should.
when you're looking
You're right.
at the shop from Fort George,
Oh.
the
What, the front of the
variations-
building?
No, the shop in like when you want to buy
Oh, there it
things.
Oh, on
the-
their website.
Yeah, the variations are not out yet.
Oh, okay.
No, but we have them out in the garage.
Uh,
So they start with vanilla, and then vanilla cacao nibs on
Oh.
top of that, and then on top of that you get dates, and on top of that you get almonds,
Yeah.
and on
Wow.
top of that it finishes with vanilla cacao nibs, dates, and strawberries.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
strawberries are probably a nice touch.
Yeah, they are a nice touch. I think the last time I had strawberries in a stout and I loved it was a milk stout. This was at fucking Green Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was strawberry milk stout, and I want to say it was Migration?
Well, maybe.
But it was a fucking long time ago.
Yeah, strawberry beers can be
It was super good.
a little bit tough to work with because
Strawberries hard to work with.
they're surprisingly they're very watery.
Oh my god, that matryoshka is
And
amazing.
so you have to use a lot of strawberries in order to get the fruit flavor of the strawberries.
Yeah, I would think that you'd either have to go like the Great Notion direction and do
Mhm.
extract, or
Yes.
potentially freeze dried strawberries.
I agree
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah, yeah.
way too much moisture in
Oh
strawberry.
yeah,
Not
it
enough
just
flavor.
it dilutes the flavor, and
It
it's
does.
so hard
Freeze-dried,
to get
yeah.
any,
Yeah.
especially in a stout. We didn't try that one, so I'll be curious when we finally crack the bottle to see how much strawberry actually comes through.
So that's another
Yeah.
one that I there's one similarly too that is like I made for. This is a totally tangent, but it's similar to that because I made a rhubarb simple syrup for my wife to make with cocktails.
You could go that route.
And so, but they're super watery.
Well, I'm
super watery.
I've known some homebrews that have gone that route with
But
like
it's-
a
but
strawberry syrup.
But yeah.
But it's like one that they made themselves, like out of a puree, and then they condensed it down.
Yep.
So a syrup, not a shrub.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, no.
Yeah,
No,
shrub,
so
totally different thing.
Yeah.
totally different things. But I'm just saying,
Right.
like I made like doing that process
Yeah.
of reducing down the fruit to the like as much as you possibly can, to technically a puree. But when you boil it, you're gonna get all of that out, and then just by straining and you know. So.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter. It's probably delicious. I can't wait to taste it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You already tasted it. So.
Oh.
We did not.
You did not?
No, we stayed away from them actually.
Because we knew we had a bottle of each.
Yeah. So
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
we're just gonna sit
So-
on it for a little bit.
And
Yeah.
and then this beer that you guys passed around.
This is the matryoshka from 2021.
Oh my
with,
god.
with everything in it. This has the cocoa nibs, vanilla, cinnamon, and raspberries.
Now, is this something that you had in your collection, or did you bring this
Yeah,
back
yeah.
from Festival of the Dark
No,
Arts?
there's like 9 different dark beers. This is our personal Festival of the Dark Arts back here.
Yeah, no, but this is
Oh.
the only Fort George in the group. So
I,
Which is
I
totally
grabbed
fine.
it.
I'll be posting a picture on Instagram for the edification of the listeners.
What? Is this true?
No,
here.
one of the things I think that one of the things that was important to us is like not just be at the festival, but to try to enjoy Astoria. You know, so we got out. We had lunch out. We had lunch outside, right?
It was
we
a nice
eventually
weekend.
ended up, We ended up at El Jarocho, which was really great Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, the night before we'd gone to Galactics. We make a point of going to places like this,
You
like
have to.
Galactics,
Yeah, you
and
gotta go to
Pinball,
Galactics.
and I missed out on Weird Sisters. It's one of my favorite little weird shops in a basement. But
Did you go to Moe's get some chowder?
Gross.
that's disgusting. Thanks,
It's the
pal.
worst.
Hey, wait.
It's just like
What's
a-
wrong with Moe's?
Oh, I mean, if you like your sand with your really, do I have to
Oh
say?
wow. Okay, so
Moe's
Moe's
is
is
the
a
worst.
famous seafood place on the
Yeah.
coast.
And it was good when I was a child.
Yeah,
Right.
But
Okay.
also, they make clam chowder in the size of a dump truck.
Okay.
And it comes out of a can.
It's not great. It's
It's
not
not
great.
great anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Aw.
There's so many better places.
Go to Ivers.
Yeah.
Go to Seattle
Yeah.
and get some Ivers. You'll,
It
you'll
used to
feel
be
happy.
really good.
No,
Or
we're not
no.
going to Seattle.
No, we're not.
No,
They got horrible
there's
traffic.
tons and tons of great chowder on the coast.
Fort George, by the way,
Okay.
has some amazing pizza.
They do have some good pizza.
And we didn't get
Wow.
any of it. And
I
the
did
reason
not.
why,
Oh.
as a matter of fact, we didn't get any. We got maybe
You
one
chose
beer
not. You chose to
inside.
be losers that weekend.
No.
No,
Here's what's.
we had a couple beers.
What they
when we
have
first got there.
crabs over there.
Well, here's what sucks, right? Whenever there was like 6 entries, and the crush happens. We were in Rose River Inn. That's where we
2 blocks
stay.
up, yeah.
Watching kitty corner 2 blocks, watching other hooligans go in. Like, okay, it's 12:15. Maybe we should saunter in now, and we did, and it was still ridiculous.
Oh wow.
And you cannot get into the main, like the original,
Yeah.
like up, like the top area or the bottom area, because it's
No.
just.
It's packed.
It's
Did you get to the
pounded.
middle area?
We did.
We
Okay.
did.
After a while.
Yeah.
Was it just right?
It
Well, that's
was.
what you gotta be like.
That's
Don't you know who I am? Get out of my
When
way.
we got there, it was just right.
Oh nice.
But we unfortunately
good timing.
we didn't get Fort George pizza, which is delightful. It's so delicious.
We usually
However,
do.
Yeah.
Before we
Might have been
segue-
hard to handle though. Walking around a festival,
That's
beer in one hand, pizza in the other.
No, you
No,
gotta
no.
sit down and
You got
eat
your
that.
program.
That's
yeah.
why we leave for lunch.
Oh, somebody
like
said-
we're there for a couple hours, and then we leave the fest all together. We go have lunch somewhere else, and then we come back.
drinking beer. Of
I
course.
see.
he said
Well,
they
usually,
were,
or a cocktail,
Or is it
whatever.
yeah, or a cocktail. They
Uh,
removed all the tables upstairs too. We were like, oh, we're not going up there.
Did you
Oh.
have a favorite beer from the weekend? At the-
Yes.
I
Not
took
you,
a
you weren't
picture.
there.
Yeah,
I took a picture. Besides
There-
the burial,
I don't know about if there was one. There was quite a few really good ones. The Threshold was really good.
Oh,
The
Threshold.
Holy Mountain was really good.
Oh, Holy Mountain does do very good
Oh,
dark
yeah,
beers.
That was a really good one.
Holy Mountain was delicious. Humble Sea was probably one of my favorites. All I knew about it is it's called Darkest Treasure 5, 12.9 ABV, and I took a screenshot and I said amazing.
Yeah.
I would like to know more about Humble Sea. I don't know where they're out of.
Well, let's Google that one on the
Oh,
break.
and that's the thing. It's not in the book, so they put it on after the fact. Yeah. I
Sons
know.
of
That's right. That was the
bitches.
one that wasn't in the book.
Aw.
Yeah.
Santa
Cruz, California.
Santa Cruz. There you go.
So we had a mystery beer. We had a whole bunch of really dark beers that were really good, and we had a lot of high ABV beers. And some of these, I imagine, were barrel aged.
Oh,
And so you had some favorites.
Yeah.
And then where did you guys stay? Because every time I try to book at the Festival of the Dark Arts, the trick. Well, I mean, getting the tickets, you have to get them pretty much within 45 minutes of them being released online. 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
7.
It's even harder now.
The trick is you book way in advance.
Do it right now.
We are literally
Book a
already
hotel
booked
now.
for next year.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But it's because we've been staying at the same place every year without fail, and
Mm-hmm.
the house is booked because all the people that stay for that weekend rebook when we leave.
Oh, wow.
But if you book months and months in advance, or like
Mm-hmm.
before people buy tickets, you can get rooms.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just
Interesting.
gotta really prepare.
I'm just wondering what the strategy is. Like, if other people want to try to make it to the Festival of Dark Arts, it's highly competitive just to even go to this event.
Yeah, well, and I
Yeah.
mean, even the people that there was the one year that I had to have my gallbladder removed. We had tickets and we had our room, but we didn't have any trouble having somebody else take over for us.
Of course not.
Because that's the thing is, if you book a room and for some reason you can't go,
No harm,
somebody,
no
yeah.
foul.
Well, and everybody's scrambling to find a spot like right up to the last minute.
And they
anyways, so they're not going to have
and
any
they might
trouble
make
booking
more
that
money
room.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
one
can
year
charge more in the end.
One year we gave it to Lee and Dan. Another year we gave it to Preston and Sherry.
Yep, and that was it.
Because there was no way that we were just going to let them go.
No, and we want to take care of the people at the bed and breakfast too because they're delightful.
Yeah. Wow.
Every-
But yes, we stay at Rose River Inn.
Yes.
There's
Okay.
Zero way that you're ever going to get in on that
Well,
week.
outside of photo weekend though, you can go there
Yeah.
and they are delightful. And
Okay.
it's literally 2 blocks up the road from Fort George.
Gotcha.
They're wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah, great
Okay.
place. But yeah, I would strongly suggest if you go to Astoria, definitely do a bed and breakfast. And if you don't do any other bed and breakfast, you've got to go to Rose River Inn.
Oh, wow.
River
Okay.
Room, the River Room is amazing.
They're the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pam and Dave are the best.
Nice. Well, I'm hoping to stay at the Short Circuit House or the Goonies House the next time Bronwyn and I go out to Astoria. I don't know if it's going to be for the Festival of the Dark Arts, but it'll
Nerd.
probably be
Me too.
sometime before
Nerd.
that.
Me too.
Because
Nerd.
why wouldn't you
You're
want to
yelling
go?
nerd, and you're the one that brought a lightsaber over
Yeah,
here.
pal.
It's all different levels of nerd, Ryan.
Nerd.
You're not
Yeah.
Everybody is their own flavor of nerd.
This guy.
But here's the thing is, although I appreciate both of those movies, they were a little bit before my time.
because you're a baby. Continue on there, Damian.
So I want to
This
stay
guy.
somewhere where I don't have to worry about the floor falling in or something.
Okay.
Well, you're in Astoria. You gotta always worry.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The whole
Place is,
city's on an
by the
angle.
way, that place is fucking haunted.
Oh yeah.
What?
The whole city is haunted.
I'm waiting to be haunted. I haven't seen a ghost yet, man.
By the way, there's a lot of H.P. Lovecraft-esque nonsense that happens around that city because it's by the sea. And there's some definitely, I think there's a couple of businesses that have underground tunnels. Definitely some haunted areas out there.
Yeah.
So if you want to go just have fun with that, that's
Yep.
cool too.
They love it when you go to Astoria and you dress like a squid. So
Oh, no,
you'll yeah, there are some places that'll actually you don't even have to pay your bar tab.
Yeah, that's not true. Don't do that. You'll be kicked out. But do go to Fort George.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. See, you were asking other places we went to. So, yeah, Galactics was one. Xanadu was another one.
Yep.
Xanadu.
Xanadu was
Okay.
fun,
That's so
yeah.
good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a band in the 70s?
No, it was
No,
a movie.
that's
It
Yellow.
was
a movie.
That
It's
was
a
movie.
song.
Okay.
It was a
Xanadu
movie
was a
and
song.
Yeah, it's a song too.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
Xanadu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yellow.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Although
yes.
they never saw the movie, even though they did the soundtrack because they heard
Which
it
is
was
amazing.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, JP, can you believe that? ELO
Wah, wah.
did music for a movie they never saw.
Oh.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it
does
was
not care.
Xanadu.
It was
so-
1978. Why not?
Oh, wait, I saw that.
Yeah, man.
Of course
You
I
did.
did.
There are some
I
really
lived that, you know.
there are some really there's some really
I was
cool
in college then.
That sounds right.
Welcome to the party, pal.
there's some really cool shops down in downtown
Yeah,
part of Astoria.
Astoria.
There's a
Yeah.
candy shop that every child and child at heart needs to go to. There's a little train that goes through
Yes,
the
but-
town.
But,
there's
but the
there's
cinematic museum is
pretty darn cool.
Yeah, the film museum is.
There's a maritime
you gotta
museum
go
as
there.
well.
They'll put you in jail, and you might even be able to see. Sometimes they do these tours where you get to see how a production is done in a scene. So
that's pretty cool.
They got a green screen in the background. You can kind of do
plus lots of beer.
Do a little
there's a lot of beer.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's transition ourselves to
SheBrew.
To SheBrew.
Yeah, we
New
came
beer.
here to talk about SheBrew. It's a really great event. We love this event every year.
That's
it's very diverse, and it celebrates a lot of our favorite people in the industry.
Yeah,
So-
featuring Pacific Northwest's finest female brewers of beer and cider. SheBrew event happens on March 10th.
Yep.
And
this is the 9th annual this year.
This is the 9th annual. Some of those people that we know and would love are going to be like Von Ebert, Wayfinder, and many, many more.
Yeah.
Here to talk about that is one of the illustrious women who has not only brewed beer but helps put on the event, Jen McPoland.
Yeah. Take it away, Jen.
What is up, biatch?
This is
Hey.
year 9.
I'm so fucking excited.
So we're gonna have to do something exciting for next year. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You do, but you just won't tell us yet.
I don't know.
We're gonna have SheBrew here at your house.
I don't know. There was a little smirk there.
we do a lot of
You
shit.
have
on the-
ideas.
We do maybe, but we do so much on the fly that right now I'm just focused on getting through this one. Because last year we really thought the red would hold us forever, and then as anybody that went to the red, it was a sea of insanity.
It was
yeah.
so packed,
It was
but
so
you,
crazy.
but for all the good reasons.
Yeah.
No, it was great. And so we've made a lot of changes. Like we've moved where the homebrew is to loosen that up, and
Okay.
we're doing 2 sessions this year.
Oh, great.
So you got your first session, which is 12 to 3, and then we kick everybody out, and from 3 to 4 we clean up.
Do a little reset.
Oh,
do
there's a
little
reset.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Have a sandwich.
yeah, exactly. And about 3:30 we'll start checking people in, and we'll keep them cordoned off. And then we release the hounds at 4 o'clock again. So it's 12 to 3 and 4 to 7. VIP tickets though get you in starting at 11, just like always. So you get
Okay.
the early entry.
Extra $5 or $10?
It's extra tickets and you get to stay all day.
Yeah, that's true.
So we still kick you out for an hour. So go
Okay.
eat something and come back. But you get to stay at the fest from 11 to 7 if you're a VIP.
That's where you want to be at. And I will say, in the past, we have talked about it, and I will reassure the listeners that getting the VIP
It's
and,
worth
and
it.
being able to get in a little early ensures,
Yeah.
with a check mark, hashtag 100%,
You get all the beers.
You get to drink homebrew beers.
Yeah.
You get all the homebrews. So
The homebrews go quick. So
Yes.
if you're in there an hour early, you are always guaranteed that.
and they are highly coveted.
yes.
And
'Cause they go quick. There's
yeah.
only they're small batches.
Yeah, why are the homebrews so popular, Jen?
because that's the only way to get it. Like you know, some of the brewers make a batch of something special for the fest.
Period.
But this is like 5 gallons, and that is it. Like
Yeah.
it's the most exclusive stuff, and it's the
like the
most
stuff you guys do, yeah.
interesting, creative stuff. It was actually the only thing. I
Yeah,
didn't take
and
notes
these are team ups that are done with professional brewers.
on.
No, these are home brewers,
These
period.
Are straight up home brewers.
All home brewers.
In fact, the only team up, this is cool. So, Natalie is always the prize, if
Yes.
you will, for the whoever wins best to show at
should
the
tell her that.
homebrew comp. I
You're
call
the
her that all the
prize.
time. She's the prize. I say it all the time. Natalie's the prize. But whoever wins the homebrew competition gets to brew with Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
And this year it worked out, or she worked it out because she was being real smart about it. So Enid Lintz won last year, and
Mm-hmm. Which was great.
Yes, she's a freaking prolific brewer.
So amazing.
And she actually is bringing a pro brew this year from Silver City in Seattle.
I'm so proud of her.
But her and Natalie did a beer together, and Natalie rebrewed it for SheBrew. So the beer that they collaborated on, with her being winner from Best of Show last year, is actually the beer that Natalie is bringing from Wayfinder.
And there was like, hey, do you mind if I brew this beer? Of course, you're Natalie Baldwin. You can brew that beer. I'm sure that's how that conversation
Yep.
went. But I'm so excited to have that beer again.
Yeah.
Now with Natalie's little tweaks, maybe we'll find out.
So just to give you an idea of the homebrews, so I don't have them all yet because bitches be slow. That's
another beer.
Another beer. I joke all the time that herding all of these brewers is like herding feral kittens, but I love them all.
Or 4-year-olds. That's fine too.
So the winner last year, Tori Hansman, who got to brew it, 10 barrel. She is doing an ancient style Ebulon, which it wouldn't surprise me if it's another Gruit, because that's what she likes to do, but it's brewed with elderberries. And then Kathleen Freitag, who won Best of Show the year previously, she's mixing a modern recipe using AI and a 2,000-year-old Mexican fermented drink called tepache.
Oh, we know tepache.
To make a pineapple-infused ale. So that's what Kathleen's doing.
I'm coming to SheBrew this year.
Michelle Wonder is doing a nod to Fritz Maytag, who helped create and shape the crafted beer movement. She's doing a California Common.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Alyssa is doing a cold smoked and roasted pumpkin pie spice bourbon barrel aged vanilla amber.
That has Bronwyn and my names all over it.
God.
Tarn is doing a Belgian golden. Let's see. Oh, Kelly is doing a pastrami on rye, which is a beer reminiscent of her favorite delis around the world. Big rye flavor with quintessential caraway. No meat was harmed or used in the production of this beer.
You're gonna love that.
I don't know if I want a beer that tastes like
yeah,
pastrami.
Yeah,
no,
you do.
It's gonna taste like rye. Like you're obsessed with rye whiskey, so like this is gonna be probably your favorite thing.
And lastly, there's a couple more that I haven't gotten. They haven't populated the sheet yet.
Fully
But the last
submitted,
one,
yeah.
Spice Ale Zing Beer, which is an easy drink, ginger forward pale ale, mild rye with a slight lime finish. I mean, those are just the home brews.
Show up.
Wow.
And I will tell you, I started because I've rarely come to this prepared with like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of new brewers and beers. I listed out to figure out like if there was like a bunch of like one kind or another this year.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have looked at the list, but I started listing them out, and like I got to German Pils and I was like, oh, there's 2 German Pils, and then I just kept writing, and I was like, holy shit.
There's like 9.
There's 2 Wits.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 German Pils.
Oh.
There's 2 hazy IPAs, but they're very different.
Okay.
And there's 2 West Coast IPAs. One is a session, one's not.
And did I hear you say there's a Berliner Weiss?
No, but there is a Goza.
Okay.
And there's a couple of Saisons, which are also very different. There's some...
It goes down easy.
It is. There's so much crazy stuff in here. So, but the only pattern this year was the rice beers, which I thought was fascinating.
Yeah.
So there are 5 different rice beers. There's a hoppy rice lager. There's a jasmine rice alt beer. And then there's a rice lager with pepperberry. Just a straight rice lager. And then a rice lager with jasmine and white tea.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, but the rest of them, I mean, it runs the gamut. You've got everything from a Scottish ale to a hoppy lager to a strawberry ale to a honey kolsch and a Maibach and an oatmeal stout and a smoked Ellis.
Any
And
glitter
it just
beers
goes
this
on.
year?
No glitter beers this year.
But
exciting, we have 2 wine variants. So we have Laura Hargrave, who's doing a Texas style Bock from Great Notion.
No fucking way.
Fucking love her so much.
That's awesome.
She's doing a Texas style Bock, but she's also doing a second beer with Jessica. I'm gonna get her name wrong. Martinez, I think, from Portland Wine Company.
There you go.
She's bringing a Radler. So they're bringing a wine Radler.
What?
And then from Straightaway Cocktails, Kelsey Cable, formerly of Wayfinder, currently of Straightaway, is bringing our new Cascade Spritz.
That's fucking great. I can't wait.
So we got 2
Which is
wines.
delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
And while we lost our beloved Moon Shrimp, which is so sad, Lindsay is doing a collab with Deja from Mutantis, which is it's their first year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have Mutantis, and we will have Groundbreaker, of course, as always, for gluten free.
Now, back up. What happened with Moon Shrimp?
They closed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're
There's
done.
no more Moon
No
Shrimp
more
at all.
Shrimp. Yeah, it was a bummer.
Moving on.
Good stuff.
Sad.
And then
There's a couple people that left to submit, but yes,
Yeah.
there's still some happenings. Homebrew competition happens the weekend before, so if you are still wanting to, people, put in your beers. Make a beer
Yeah.
right now and get it fermenting.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Well, if you're local, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
Right.
You could probably do it within 10 days of the homebrew competition, but
Yeah.
we suggest do
If
it
you have
now.
if you have any questions, reach out to the McPolanders, and they'll tell you how to do a 10-day beer.
That's right. Also, this event is not only fantastic as a highlight for women in craft beer, but it also supports the Human Rights Campaign,
Yep.
as it has every single year.
Very
which
important
is
stuff.
super great, and not only just that, it's helpful, and it does actually do a lot of good in the community.
Yeah, we're always looking for more diversity and more innovation in the
More-
brewing industry,
more
and the
quality.
and the more different views and ideas that we can get.
Inclusivity.
and inclusivity. Yeah, it's just. I mean, that's what the making of craft beer is really all about. So
I want to talk about one thing, and that is the food.
the
the past, the food has been righteously fantastic, and we are going to be continuing that.
And it's important to have good food with beer. You
With the
wanna
food, we're
pair
going to be
the food and the beer together.
Who are we having this year? With the food?
So this year we have Hearth and Stone Pizza coming back,
Oh,
which
okay.
they were very popular. And then last year the other vendor was a sandwich, and the sandwiches were great, but in the cold you really need something hot.
Yes.
So from the prior year when we were at Castaway, we're getting Salvi PDX back.
Which was amazing.
Oh, fucking amazing. Yeah, so we're super stoked to have Salvi back. We're super stoked to have Hearth and Stone back. And Bard Board Games out of Montevilla is going to come and set up games outside for family-friendly games.
That's
all
killer.
kinds of stuff outside.
What kind of games?
All of them.
All of them.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. You name it, they've got it.
Okay, are we gonna have lawn darts?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you got to bring it back. I mean, if there's going to be
It's
kids,
really
you got to have
sharp.
lawn darts.
Yeah, it was really sharp edges.
Human pigeons, all that stuff.
One thing I
There
didn't
we
pitch,
go.
though, is
Yeah.
we have 11 new brewers. Or 11 new,
Wow.
not just brewers, but breweries.
Period. Exclamation point.
Yes.
Very excited for that, as well as you should be too.
That's
so make sure
right.
you get your tickets. Go to SheBrew.beer. And get your tickets now. Get the VIP. Don't even hesitate. Spend the extra money. Get in early. Try the homebrews, because if you don't, you're going to kick yourself because they're going to be gone.
You'll be sorry.
They're going to be fucking gone. Let's talk about the beer Jeremy just poured. What is this dark and delicious flavor?
This one is from Breakside. It's the vintage of 2021 Plunderphonics.
That smells amazing.
Plunderphonics is
Did you guys hear me smell it?
I haven't poured it for you yet. You were kind of busy. Oh, you were busy. American Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels, and that's just a basic.
Okay.
You know, just
I'm
a
not
basic
gonna. I'm not gonna
description.
be a hater, but this and so many levels is better than the matryoshka.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's not complex. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's straightforward. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a barrel-aged dark beer, period. Nothing else.
Okay.
It hasn't been tampered with. It hasn't been altered. It hasn't been mixed with a bunch of things. This is a fantastic beer, and god damn it, it's good.
It's one of the part of like every year now they're doing like a theme. Plunderphonics was like their.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Right?
I'm just so tickled to see Ryan get so excited about a dark beer. This is usually my forte.
too. I agree.
I do, and it's just rare because I usually am not going to throw the heavy down right out.
Yeah,
the
but
gate.
you're really getting into it. You're all leaning back and rubbing your belly and smacking your lips. Don't do that in the mic, but you know,
so good.
you look like Santa Claus after a hard day.
Here's what I will say: Ben and the team over there at all of the locations, they know how to make great barrel-aged. Doesn't matter if it's dark or light beer, and this is one of those.
They did a pretty good job. Yeah.
They did a
pretty good job. Yeah.
I'm sorry for George, but this is better than matryoshka.
I don't know. I think
And
I
you know
would
why?
have all
No,
my children the same.
They're
as-
different.
They're
They are
different. They are different, but it's really damn good.
I would like to know what Bronwyn thinks.
I do.
She already drank it. She's done.
Oh, well,
slammed
I'm still sipping on it. But I don't know. I mean, I've always been a major fan of the matryoshka variations because I feel like they come out with really rare, cool.
That's true. The one they came up with blueberries one year was fucking
That
stellar.
was really good.
That was
Yeah.
stellar.
I like it when they only use one flavor, though. As opposed to this year, there was a bunch of things.
Yeah.
I like the favorites just raspberry.
Well, they always do. They always add. They do a
Right.
layer and then they add a layer.
Right.
And then they add a layer.
I don't want too many
You just
layers.
want one. Got it.
I like the matryoshka more.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
this is obviously really good. The Brickside's really,
Oh, yeah.
really
it's
good.
fair. No, it's fair.
But
Everyone's different. It's fine.
I like the Breakside more.
matryoshka.
So
Yeah.
let me explain. Like in my opinion, okay, the difference between the difference between the way that matryoshka is made and the way that Breakside does their stouts, because they do like a whole different portfolio every time, is they have so many different barrels that they put like their base beers into, and it may
Wow.
not just be imperial stout. It may not just be imperial stout. It may be imperial stout and barley wine, or it might be an imperial porter that was aged in like a Willits barrel or something.
Right.
I don't even know.
That's
they
and that's the
have
same
so
thing.
many barrels.
That's where I love, and John can attest to this too. Not necessarily just Damian too as well, but John has got so many Abyss with just everything: cognac, rum, tequila, everything that you could do over so many years, and because it changes and barrels change because of how they were distilled with that actual alcohol. It's so crazy to try a 2019 to a 2020 rum barreled Abyss, because they're so different, but they are also so different and delicious. So I think this is a really cool thing that you're touching on, because you can make the same beer over and over and over again, but because of the variations or the way that they do it differently each year, like matryoshka, it's not going to be the same.
Right, and matryoshka, I mean, they try to... Sorry, go ahead, Bronwyn.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I remember when JP took us to do a vertical tasting of all the Abyss for over the years, and it was one of the first times I had ever had a vertical tasting before, so I could taste the same beer over through different years, and it was a very cool experience.
Yeah, eye-opening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like they change, and then, in my opinion, the Abyss, I think, kind of peaks at, well, it used to be this way about 7 or 8 years ago. It peaks at 4 years, and then it starts to like homogenize, and then it starts to lose its love.
Right. Yeah. I've done vertical tastings before, and I know they go back to about 2006, 2007. My boss, I was helping him, my ex-boss from the ballroom, I was helping him move, and he said he's got like all of the Abyss series from the 06 all the way up. And I didn't realize that he was such a big fan. And so we're planning on maybe doing a vertical tasting. But I know in the past that when we've done vertical tastings, like over at Beer Mongers for Bottle Share Night.
Or on the show.
Or on the show.
Because we can.
You know, we you know, that's definitely been indicative, you know, those older beers, you know, some of them it's weird. Some of them even like come back. Like I've had situations where like the 09 not so much, the 11 not so much, but the 10 for some reason it had, you know, it kind of brought back some notes, and had some more development there that maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe it recarbonated for a second. I don't know if that's even a thing.
I'm always curious about like the different barrelage programs that breweries have, you know, like Breakside's got theirs. Obviously Fort George has theirs, and they have different things they put into them, and so does Breakside. I'm super curious about the Deschutes and how they do what they do, because they have many. Their portfolio is large, and they've got a lot of space, right?
Big.
Yeah.
Well, they have multiple locations, but yes.
But I'll be honest. They were guessing through the first few years of Abyss. I mean, when they hit like 2009,
I think back then a lot of breweries were.
Oh yeah.
There were like
still new.
There were like 3 different versions of Abyss in 2009. There was the one that you could get straight, the one that was mildly sour, and the one that was like, oh, I can't drink it.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I mean, I think
mildly sour is great.
I think we can all agree that Goose Island was one of the leading breweries that kind of put barrel aging on the map for craft beer. And they had an extensive collection. They started the earliest, and or are one of the breweries that started the earliest, and started releasing these things in mass. And so, you know, in limited supply, of course, a lot of other breweries started following suit, and it takes a little while to get, you know, that barrel aging going. You know, you want to, you know, whenever you're aging anything, obviously it takes time to, you know, for that
you
stuff
learn a lot too from it.
And you know, after a few years, you're like, oh, well, maybe I didn't really like the way that came out, or I wish I had done something differently there. And so you go back to your notes, you know, your brewing notes, and you're like, okay, well, we're going to do this differently. But then you got to wait like 2, maybe 3 years to find out, well, how did this turn out? How did it age? And how has it developed so far, you know? So that's just one of the really cool things that I always have found about the barrel aging programs is has this beer been worth the wait, you know? And that's why you have to do multiple ones, so that if one of them doesn't work out, at least one of your little babies, you know, grows up to be a beautiful, tasty stout.
I have no experience with this, but I would think that it's experience, guesstimation, and luck.
Okay.
That's my opinion. But if you have a large barrel stock, you have a lot to choose from. So you could probably pretty easily go like, this and this and this together might be lovely. Yeah. But these, we'll let them wait for a couple more years.
And blending aside, you never really quite get the same thing twice. So everything is like its own special moment. It's this encapsulation of this is this moment, this beer right here, right now. We can try and do this again, but the same barrel isn't going to be ready, available for it. And if it is a similar barrel, it's still going to be a little bit different. And then you have time, and then thermal, and other variables at work there.
And I think that there was. We'd have to really go back and really investigate, but I think it was either 2013 or 2014. It might have been a little bit closer to me being on the show, because I've been on the show for 8 years now, so not quite 10. But there was 1 year, it might have been 2017, but there was 1 year there was like 6 different variations. And it was rum, cognac, tequila.
I still
bourbon.
have that year.
Yeah, there was a bunch of years that
like
year. And
2018, I think it was.
They really dipped.
Then,
they dipped hard into barrel aging.
Because I have blue
there's
label
bottles. There's a brown, there's a blue, there's a green, there's a red,
orange,
there's a black, there's
pink.
a white. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy
You mean
ones.
they got bored of just Pinot Noir barrels?
Yeah,
Yes.
so
they just went crazy with
But
all
there
different
was
kinds
one
of
year I
barrels.
think they had 6 different variations, and each of them was
fantastic in its own right.
Fantastic. The cognac, I think that year, and I think John has like multiple bottles of this one.
Yeah, the gin barrel stuff.
Man,
actually,
that brandy kind of
the longer,
barrel aged.
The longer the gin ones you left sitting around, I found their floral notes became
more
less provocative.
Oh,
but,
really?
Well, so it was very overpowering. If you open it sooner rather than later when you let it develop, it's more subtle.
Right.
And it's more. I don't know. It's more of an even flavor, whereas like the tequila barrels, I thought were. I don't know.
The tequila was always great.
It was just very, very consistent all the way through.
100%.
Anyways, that's one example.
We are going to take a break because I say so. And when we come back, we're going to have more dark beer because there's a lot of it still unopened. We're going to have some whiskey, some rum.
We're going to talk about some of the places that we went in our local Brewniverse.
That's right. We have some news. And we're going to try some other spirits. We're going to find out. We're going to see how many Ubers we can order in one 20-minute period.
Also, I brought a beer for John.
Oh, well, that's great.
My God.
Yep.
Oh, wow. John always doesn't ever have enough beer in it.
Well, I saw it at Beer Mongers, and I thought of him.
Wait,
and
I
thought,
just saw you somewhere.
Yeah, you thought you saw me at Beer Mongers.
Oh, my God. And you bought the beer then, right?
It was actually a couple days before when I was at Beer Mongers another time.
So we're going to finish this. We're going to move on, and we're going to try and make this longer an episode than Ben Edmonds. So we're going to find out.
There you
happen.
go. Beat Ben.
I love you, Ben.
There's plenty to talk about.
Beat Ben, bitches.
Oh, yeah. Beat Ben. All
That's
right.
another beer.
Ben, bitches.
There's another beer for you.
There you go.
We'll be right back.
It's gotta have oats.
It's a hazy. Don't worry about it.
It's amazing. Dirty beer.
Damn. All right.
This is Lee Hedgeman, and you're listening to The Brew Happy Show.
I'm John Paul from Paul Cigars. Everyone knows I think craft beer is awesome, but so is my huge selection of cigars. You can get all your favorite tobacco products at any one of my conveniently placed locations in Beaverton, East Vancouver, and my headquarters store on Jansen Beach. Our wide selection and helpful staff will make your visit so very satisfying. You might even want to have a beer to celebrate. So come on in and check us out. For more information, contact us at paulcigars.net.
Hi, this is the Green Goddess of Portland, here to bring interior wilding to your space. Offering local consultations, weekly plant care, pest solutions, rare plant curation and sales. This houseplant hobby has cultivated a worthy collection backed by knowledge and experience. And now I want to help you make your business beautiful. Contact Bronwyn, the Green Goddess, at greengoddessbotanic@gmail.com and Green Goddess Botanic on Instagram.
Ben Edmonds from Breakside, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
Damian, I need more beer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brew Happy Podcast. I am Fitzmagic. If you don't know that reference, you don't understand sports ball, and that's okay with us because we are here about the beer. That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
John is bringing in a truck full of
Yeah,
alcohol.
I think we're going to do the whiskey corner first. We're going to have our spirits segment. And JP is a valued member of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society,
Amongst many other
as
things.
well as Whiskey Tribe and many other spirits clubs.
Ah, thank you.
And he's here to from Paul Cigars.
Come guess me this riddle, what beats pipe and fiddle, what's hotter than mustard and milder than cream, what best wets your whistle, what's clearer than crystal, sweeter than honey and stronger than steam. What can make the dumb talk, what can make the lame walk, what's the elixir of life and philosopher's stone, and what helped Mr. Brunel to dig the Thames tunnel, sure wasn't it whiskey from Aldinishon. So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. And boys, I'd half wonder if lightning and thunder was made from the plunder of whiskey, me boy.
That's right. Our friend John Paul and Paul Cigars with 3 convenient locations, 1 new location coming soon. You can find him at paulcigars.net, but he is the man about town, and he is the man about the whiskeys and scotches and ales.
Yep,
and
it's true.
He's
Don't
the
forget
champion.
I brought stuff today.
Yeah, you did. You brought a lot.
You know what I first brought? You're not going to believe this.
Yeah,
So
what's
I
in the
brought-
what's the orange
so
liquid
this-
in the bottle?
This, if you
Seen
had
it.
this,
I've had this.
Yes.
That better not be a trucker bomb.
Oh, totally
No.
is.
So this is the main soda pop for the country of Scotland. Okay,
Oh.
this is sold everywhere.
It has blue eyes on it.
Yeah, but it's an orange thing. You'll never guess.
What are those Roman numerals?
Okay, here's the guess the flavor of this. Guess the flavor.
Well, it's not orange.
It's not orange?
Nope, or else I wouldn't have asked you that question. You know, you guys are getting smarter all the time.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Because the minute they said it's not orange, they are like, they
But
are.
I've had it, so I already know it's not orange.
Huh.
I declined to try it the last time you had it on the show.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
Okay.
open her up and make
But-
a sip. It's soda pop.
You should try it.
Yeah, that's what it's here for. You know what? You can get this on Amazon. You don't even have to bring it back from Scotland.
It's called. And what's it called? It's called Earn.
I have
Brew.
no idea.
IRNBRU.
Well, here's the thing is, whatever you think it is, the Scotch will say it differently.
Iron Brew.
There you go, Iron Brew. Okay, hurry up and open that sucker and drink it. Hurry up. It's
There's
like
caffeine in it. I guess is that pretty similar to soda?
it's a pop. It's just a regular soda pop with a different flavor.
It's like Jolt.
I want to hear.
I
what
don't
you think
mind the flavor.
flavor
No,
is.
Or
pour some in
Surge.
here. Pour some in here.
For
I
me?
like it.
No.
That's
Well,
good.
you like weird things.
That's good.
You like pickle beer.
You can drink it out of the
True,
bottle.
he does.
No one
too.
will wait.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
All right,
She'll never guess the flavor. though.
Bronwyn, what do you think?
What's your guess?
The flavor. Nothing you've ever had in a pop.
No, I've had it before. Yeah, I'll have
she-
some.
I
'cause
think she
it's-
likes
It's
it.
an interesting. It's an
It
interesting
is.
thing.
And I didn't
It
know
tastes like Smarties.
You're getting close.
Really?
Sweet tarts. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lemon head.
Actually,
Gobstopper.
I couldn't guess it even if I know what it is. I still don't think it doesn't taste like what they tell me it tastes like.
I like it.
It tastes like a watered down Tums.
It does. It tastes like watered down.
Wow.
It does.
You know what the
tastes
flavor
different.
profile is
It tastes
on
like
it?
something different to everybody.
It's not very fizzy.
Bubble
It's
gum.
not fizzy.
Bubble gum.
Oh yeah.
It's bubble gum pop.
Bubblegum.
Yes.
Smart.
It's bubble gum pop.
Once you know it, then you
then you
can
go,
kinda taste
oh
it,
yeah, I taste the bubble gum.
But it
now.
also tastes like watered down.
It is.
bubble gum.
It tastes like watered down bubble gum.
Yes.
What
It's
has
good.
to, you can't drink strong bubble gum.
That moment right before it loses its flavor.
It's got a very
it's
strange
gone
nose
flat.
on it, though.
But
It
think
doesn't-
about that concept. A whole country drinks bubblegum pop is their #1 pop, and I got news for you. This pop is everywhere.
Okay, over there.
Over there.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's their Coca-Cola.
Yeah, what's the other one that's it's purple? It's a purple one instead.
I don't remember, but I probably have had
Yeah,
it.
it's,
I drink everything.
Is it a
over
Mace
there.
Windu drink?
No.
Yes.
No.
Hey, look at the cat.
One
He's
I can't remember.
Windu
checking out
Cola.
the whiskeys.
There's-
Namaste
there's
likes whiskey. Or I mean,
Well,
it's
that's
olive,
olive.
isn't it?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
whiskeys.
She wants the box the whiskey
I'm
is
gonna,
in.
I'm gonna get the one that the cat checked out first.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
there you go.
That was enough.
She's selecting it for
It's
you.
the wrong order to drink it, but it's sort of the neatest bottle I have.
Okay.
Look at that.
Well,
She
that's
knows
okay.
let's go.
That's the wrong order.
Lefroy.
It is Lanfraig, and it is an Isla Langfraig. It is Isla single malt
Hand
Scotch
it to them though. What it is?
element L1.
It's their new line. They
There
do
you
it. They're starting to do a limited small batch line now.
What have they done?
It's the very first one.
Oh, I heard that they were doing smaller
That's it.
batches. Hey, you told me as well. I was like,
You keep putting your glasses away like you're not going to use them again.
Right.
I'm an idiot.
He pretends like he's just going to use them for a minute.
Oh my God, what? I can't even put them on. Okay, so this is,
Someone gave this guy a lightsaber?
I know, right?
small batch. Screw you, pal. Small batch L 1.0.
Yeah, it's
1.0
the,
meaning
it's the
like,
first
they
one.
might just be
the
a
very
first
first
release.
limited edition
Yeah,
one.
first release.
First release. They haven't done the second one yet.
Let me guess, it's unpeated.
No.
There's no way it's not peated.
Exactly. Because how we
Bug
do a
mommy.
limited edition thing of the
No, no.
Interesting.
it's-
Okay, so
This is not for Jen.
I'm sure it's a peat bomb.
100%.
No, I brought
Isla
Jen
malt.
here. I brought Jen. Look what I brought Jen.
It's not a peat bomb.
She doesn't even know what that is.
Wow.
Don't, but I'm about
It's
to
a
find out.
bimber.
You gotta love a bimber.
A bimber.
Wait,
Oh.
haven't you brought a bimber over here
Probably.
before? I was like, wait, I think we've had this, and I
Not
think I
that
did
one.
like it.
Okay.
Oh,
It was a
right.
different
the-
pepper, bimber.
mhm.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
That's an English
Ooh.
distillery.
Sherry cask. I know, that's why I remember this one.
Scotch.
Sherry cask. Oh, yes, please.
And then look what else I bought today too. Look at this, a 34-year-old single grain. Not a single malt, a single grain.
Single grain.
It's a rye.
Oh.
34-year-old rye.
100% rye?
Whiskey. Yeah. Lowlands. Yeah.
He was 1 year old.
I was 1 year old. It was just a wee baron.
Dude, I was playing soccer at Clark College.
On the nose here we have toffee apple, stewed pears and vanilla. On the palate we have sweet oak, caramel sauce,
Oh,
and
yes.
fresh cereal. On the
Oh.
finish we have a long and gentle peanut brittle.
Oh,
I'll be
yes.
drinking this right now.
Oh,
Yes, that's-
come to
Ryan
mama.
was screaming and shitting himself
Screaming
when
and
the shot made.
himself. I was doing that last week, but
Scotching.
we're not talking about that right now.
There you go. He's picking the right one.
Irish
Oh my God, I
chicken.
want that one
Taking
too.
the old one.
Wait, which one should we start with?
Can you
though,
pour
for
that
real?
one in a?
Don't start with the.
Well,
that
no,
one.
God, not the Lefroy.
No, we'll keep that in the middle.
Here, I have another one too. Look at this. I brought
Oh, my
a single
gosh.
barrel balconies. Think of that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on now.
Single barrel. Where
I'm
do
going
you
with
get
the
that
Bimber.
at? You know where I got that at?
Let me guess. The UK.
No, balcony.
What?
Yes. We
Oh,
went
okay.
down there for their opening. They got inducted in the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, so we went down there for our opening thing.
Oh, they were inducted into. Is that why you had the Glencairns that said balconies on the side?
Yes,
You
because
gave
we're
to-
there.
Thank you for
It's
that.
the funniest thing. I'm talking to the Scotch Malt Whiskey guy from Scotland too. And the first question he asked me, he says, "Where you're from?" I said, "Yeah, Portland, Oregon." He goes, "What the hell did you come down here for?"
I will tell you something real quick before you go any further. This single grain Scotch whiskey,
Yes.
34-year-old
It's
rye,
fantastic.
is fucking nominal.
Okay, it is.
That's a word.
It is. It is. Look at that. 34 years old.
Yes, this will raise me from the dead. Yes.
Yeah, I need
Yeah, I'm
some
kind
of
of
that.
sorry. I'm kind of sorry I started with the Bimber, which is delicious.
I
It's
need-
so fucking good.
Moving on.
No, I need that bottle.
I mean, that's like
I'm gonna
that's
give
like
myself a little sip.
dessert.
Wait, what did you
The,
get?
Oh,
the
it's so
notes
good.
are exactly.
I'll
It
share it with you.
smells, it tastes, it finishes. It's good.
This one, okay.
Holy moly.
This one I will also talk about since we're here.
Yeah.
I am a fan of this. This is the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society Jamaican rum. It's called A Little Extravagant. It's a nail polish and wood glue next to in this.
Is that really good taste?
Let's find out. Next to an astringent taste made this a challenge, but gave it plenty of water and time, and it will be richly rewarded.
That doesn't sound good. Actually, doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, the one that was made when you were shitting and screaming, it is fucking delicious. God damn, that's good.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Murray McDavid.
Murray McDavid?
And you see where I got that from. Hey, you know what I did? You know what I did bring too?
What?
Please tell me. I want to fucking know.
My most favorite whiskey. Oh?
Yeah, that's a... John, if you want to buy all of us that for Christmas,
I'll do it.
Draft Milk Green.
What
you
do
know
I
why
need
I
to
bought
do?
it? You know why I bought it?
Milk Green.
Brought it?
What do I need to do?
Because I just bought 7 at an auction.
Holy crap, congratulations, man.
Yeah, so I have a big haul
Sue's
coming
over
in.
here writing the checks. Jesus Christ.
Hey, the check's not...
Sue, can we pour you something?
Anything.
Daft Mill? Daft Mill Green. I know you love the Daft Mill.
The original.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Give her something. She's falling asleep over there. All right, I'm going to try the rum without water.
What's going on here?
Pray for me. Pray for me. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
I also brought this to Lee
don't know
because
how
I
to
don't think
pray.
it's that good.
Oh.
Have you had that before?
I've tried it.
We tried it. It's
You know, it's
Yeah, I'm
not
leaving it with
horrible.
you.
All right.
You can hand it out to other
Okay.
people.
I'll figure out how to make a
But,
cocktail
the,
with it.
but the thing is, it's hop. You go like, I got hopped whiskey.
Hold on, John. Wait, this is what you do.
What?
You pour a little bit of that
Oh, stop.
into your crock pot and you make pork.
Oh. What's pork?
Yeah,
Pork?
we're a vegan house here, buddy.
You are not.
Well, we don't make anything non-vegan inside the
Okay,
house.
but so then you
I
take
mean,
it to a
if-
friend's house and make pork
Yeah, I was
there.
going to say, if you brought pork, we would make it for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'll bring pork.
Yeah, you got to bring the pork. We'll do that.
Hey guys, I got pork.
What
I
am I
brought
doing?
you some pork.
What am I doing with the staff?
Drink
meal?
it open
You're
now.
drinking it.
Okay,
For fuck's
open it
sake,
up.
open
All
it
right,
up.
I'm trying the rum. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is hot on the nose.
Oh.
It's like how deep down this rabbit hole? do we wanna go
1-800
right
hot.
The Daft Mill.
Oh, here's what I will tell you. 2 things. First of all, the caramel on the nose is amazing.
This is the rum.
On the rum. This is right here.
Okay.
You want to try that?
Yeah, this one?
It is.
The rum a dum dum.
It is a kick.
It's Jamaican rum.
It is a kick, and it requires something to go in it as well. It's very strong.
Like potato chips?
No, like a
Ice.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper would be cool.
Like an iron brew.
I don't need an iron brew, but thank you.
It is 63%.
But here it is.
128 proof.
It is really good.
Whoa, wow. Holy shit, that's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Bimber.
I'm digging the rum, man.
Remember?
I'm digging that rum.
While you guys pass around alcohol, I'm going to do a quick little news, and we'll come back
Okay.
to more alcohol.
Yeah.
Give that back to
Where's
her.
that?
There we go.
No, where is that?
I have some things from the mail pail as well.
Fantastic. I'm going to do this real quick, and then
Do it.
We'll move on. I'm going to mute everybody, and then we'll unmute so you can get second opinions. Here we go. First, I only have a couple pieces of news because it was a really heavy thought process of talking about Festival of the Dark Arts and SheBrew. So we really have very little news, but I do have something I want to talk about. Our good friends over at Threshold Brewing are going to be celebrating their 5th anniversary this coming Saturday. They're a brewery out in the Montevilla neighborhood, and they are having a great time out there. They love everybody who comes in and enjoys not only their beers, but their the
Zappicanca.
Zappicanca.
Oh
I love it.
Go get some.
like the best pizza boats you've ever had.
Yeah, but also not really like pizza. They're a little bit different, and they're delicious.
They're better.
So from noon to 9 on the 24th, they will be open. Yarek and Sarah Sheminsky, but she might not ski. We'll find out.
I can ski.
They are a couple of passionate beer lovers and brewers, and they make some delicious beers. And of those delicious beers, you're going to have some collabs. Like a gigantic collab.
Oh.
That one is
It's
called...
much better than a little collab.
Yeah, Empire Wasted, Thiolized, Imperial Gretzky.
Grodzetsky.
Okay.
Grodzetsky. This is 100% smoked wheat ale.
my.
The Threshold and Von Ebert collab, which is called Future Footage West Coast IPA.
Oh.
Threshold and Ruse Dual Perspective Hazy IPA.
I was just at Ruse yesterday.
And then a Schwarvog Jopen style ale, which is an anniversary beer. This is a high gravity style beer dating back to as far as the Middle Ages and colloquially. God damn it, words. Known as a Polish barley wine.
Yeah.
It's smooth, rich, and balanced, and aged in Westward whiskey barrels.
Oh, we love those guys.
For one whole year.
Local whiskey.
Yeah, that's a 13% ABV.
Yeah.
And then there's also a light lager that will be as well. Guys, if you don't know about Threshold, please go down, visit them, tell them that Brew Happy sent you.
Please.
They'll just tell you thank you, and they'll pour your beer.
Before you jump from Threshold, Sarah is making...
I was going to say, yeah.
Snap Crackle, which is a crisp rice lager.
At SheBrew?
Yep, for SheBrew. Brewed with the 23 Pink Boots hot blend, and it has black peppercorn and pink pea berry. So it is a spicy rice lager. Yes, please.
I will take 2, please.
Snap Crackle. Move on.
Bitches.
Wow.
And the second piece of news is really not news, but it kind of is news. And I want to get the table's reaction to this news. Because Jen and Jeremy are of the thought process that is around this news. But we in the beer industry know how things change.
Are you expecting like a visual expression, or are we supposed to make an audible noise?
You're going to give
it's an audio show.
You're going to give you're going to give your personal input.
Okay.
So this is a kind of a change. Might be permanent, might not, but we're going to find out.
What?
So the National Homebrew Con
we've heard about
has been folded into the 2024 edition of Great American Beer Festival.
Wait a minute, what?
One of the largest events, the Homebrew Con, is being folded into the Great American Beer Fest for 2024. Now, this comes after reports of falling attendance numbers for the annual gathering, which migrates, of course, different cities over the years to bring in the National Home Brewers Association. And now this is going to be a little bit interesting. So there's a fun thing that will be represented at GABF. It's called Homebrew HQ.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a rebrand for the Homebrew Con. They're going to have their own section.
They usually do have a homebrew section.
There's going to be a feature of American Homebrew Association events October 10th through the 12th during GABF.
Okay.
Now, there was reports that it will return in 2025, but as for right now, it's going to be at GABF.
Okay.
Now, this is because of falling numbers from tickets sales at HomebrewCon.
At both of them?
But as well as GABF, as well as brewers' attendance at both.
Yeah, a lot of there's been a lot of recovery after COVID, and it's been slow going.
Yeah.
Some people in some places and some states don't. They didn't stop the no mask thing and
Here's the thing,
and the other restrictions.
I'm not done yet.
and-
Everyone,
you
hold
go.
on. Everyone,
Okay.
hold on.
Hey, you said you wanted us to talk.
I know,
So-
but in a second. So Homebrew HQ at GABF is a American Homebrew Associated member-only area that will open during all Great American Beer Festival sessions, where you can sample 2024 Pro-Am beers, taste delicious homebrews from the homebrew rock stars, learn how to taste beer like a pro with the UB a judge, watch live homebrewing demonstrations, and explore the homebrewing marketplace, plus much, much more.
Yeah.
Now, a GABF ticket is required to attend this festival, as well as AHA members will be required to show their membership when in attendance for this thing. Now, there is going to be the National Homebrew Competition Awards. That's going to take place on Thursday, October 10th. Results will be obviously available for that, as well as the GABF Awards will be happening that weekend as well.
Which day is that?
That
Same
is
time.
the same
Friday?
That's the last day of GABF, which is I think the 12th.
Saturday.
Yeah. Now, here's where we have some things to talk about. There's not a lot of excitement from the homebrewers. They think they're being overshadowed by a giant and fantastic event of gigantic and amazing brewers of professional standards being thrown into, well, maybe your beers can just show up there and hang out.
Yeah.
So now we turn to the homebrewers.
But also, like, you've got the cool area where the Pro-Am beers would be.
Yeah.
Where previously, everybody that has a ticket to GABF can go to that.
That's true.
Now, but now you can't. Now you have to have a ticket to GABF, and you have to be a member of the AHA.
Yeah.
So if you're not a member of the American Homebrewers Association and have a ticket to GABF, you can't get into that area at all. So they're being completely segregated from the festival, and they're forcing all the homebrewers that would normally go to a homebrew conference in like a rotating city to buy tickets to the GABF just so they can go. So they have to
That's
re-up
expensive.
their
They have to double down.
They have to re-up their membership. They have to go at a very expensive time because it's fucking GABF, and they have to buy tickets to GABF just to go to their own thing.
Yeah.
And again, normally at GABF, because we've done that several times, where you go and you check out the Pro-Am beers, and it's cool.
You want to.
Well, the public can't do that now. They have to be a member of the AHA and have GABF tickets.
Well,
to get to it.
I can see why they would feel overshadowed, because GABF has always had a Pro-Am space. And so now they're taking away that space, giving it to the homebrewers, which is great. But the fact that you have to have access, all of this access as a home brewer, that's a lot. I mean, to be a professional brewer and need that access, that's one thing, because you're featuring your beer. There's the awards, there's the competition, there's the meeting of minds, there's the collaboration, the chance to like meet all of these other brewers from all different places, and you still have that as a home brewer, but your investment generally as a home brewer is far less than the investment that would be expected from a professional brewer or a brewery.
Yeah.
Well, and also even consider this. Like, if you're going to buy tickets to go to GABF, you're going to GABF.
Right. Why wouldn't you?
I'm going to try.
But you're asked as a home brewer to say, you know, you can either go to your homebrew, like, conference, like mini conference, or you can go to GABF, but you have to buy tickets.
Right.
Can you, if you get tickets, can you do both?
Well, if you submit now, I
don't know how
believe
that
the way
works.
it works is if you are featuring your beer at GABF.
You get a brewer's pass.
Right, you get a brewer's
there aren't
pass.
that many of those.
Right. Oh, what?
There aren't that many of those for homebrewers, though.
Right.
Oh.
And that's why it's a little bit different. And so one of the things which is unfortunate is from not necessarily just homebrewers, as far as the association, but people in general are going, great, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to go.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go represent my home brews, because why the fuck would I want to be overshadowed?
Yeah.
First of all, why the fuck would I want to be lumped into... Yeah, of course no one's going to stop by and drink my beers. Breakside's right around the corner. Why? So I've seen some things on the internet already going, yeah, I just go ahead and I canceled my hotel room. I've canceled my tickets. I'm not going.
Okay, wow.
I'm just gonna throw. I mean, not like I agree with this at all, because I don't think it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's good for the community, for the homebrewers and the pro brewers, and the
Like, I get numbers being
interrelated
down,
as
but
well.
this is not
But,
how you.
Yeah,
That's
and
not
they
you
could
do.
have done something small.
I'm
Right.
gonna just play a bit of a devil's advocate, and I don't
knew
want to
you
be on
would.
this side.
No,
hate
but
being on this
But
side.
do it.
I think it's important, because I was trying to think of the other side of it, too.
Do it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
how do you
yeah.
cut your
Let's
losses? How do you
hash
cut
this
your
out.
losses and actually go forward, keep the Brewers Association going forward, representing professionals across the country as well as internationally?
Right.
Because they're not just GABF, and they do the World Beer Awards as well, NABA, and
I think it's an opportunity, if you decided to, is to open Pro-Am up and start going, well, great, we're going to start throwing home brewers with an opportunity to brew with a city professional brewer. And go, okay, great, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do homebrew con, but here we're going to up it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a homebrew, but with the aspect of, yeah, you get to brew this beer with, you know, even if it's someone smaller and a smaller, you know, like Little Beast. Right. You're gonna do a Pro-Am beer, and here's what we're gonna do. Because I know Chuck has gone to GABF. We see him every year.
Yeah.
Right. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you show up at Great American Beer Fest? Period. But the thing about that is with that, why wouldn't you have the opportunity to go, let's fucking move those people into a position that they go, the next time they go to a big conference, they're brewing at one of those big
Right.
breweries that
Yeah.
they've been doing it because they've been working on their craft. We want to educate and we want to pull and we want to build this community, but when you just say, yeah, you're going to have a section over here at the greatest American beer festival that's ever been,
Then you're going to be cut off
we're gonna
from the rest
feature
of the
you.
festival.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
I
it.
don't-
No, it's
I
fine.
don't- yeah, I
We're
don't
going to
know
go
how
back
that's
to
gonna work.
Homebrew Con next year. Don't worry. I don't feel like
And
it's...
I noticed that somebody had questioned, like, well, who said that? Like,
Right.
who said that they were going to go back to
Right.
the way they did before in 2025?
There's really a lot of hesitation on that going back, because I get numbers being down, but at the same time as you're not doing...
I don't know that they're going to go back up after this.
They're probably not, but they're not doing anything to help grow and strengthen Home Brewers Association in this respect by doing this type of pivot.
What do you think, Bronwyn?
Bronwyn?
Well, I mean, as someone who's not a home brewer and not a professional brewer and just kind of a novice, could it be possible that they are gaining some exposure from the novice who just goes to the beer festival to enjoy the beer, and they're like, oh damn, well, I'm gonna get this,
Doesn't know any better? Maybe.
I'm gonna get this beer over here from Breakside, and then I'm gonna go over here and try. Maybe they're getting a different type of exposure that they would to the masses that they wouldn't have access to if they were not a part of this festival.
But
maybe it's like the Rising Tides Raise All
Yes,
Ships?
but the
Rising
challenge
tides
with that is
raise all ships?
they in order to experience both, they have to be a member of the AHA, so they have to
Right.
pay for an annual membership to even go on the homebrew side to try those pro-am beers.
Yep.
And I'm kind of hoping that got reported wrong.
Maybe.
Because that's
Me too.
that is my biggest sticking point with this whole
when I
situation.
saw it on newschoolbeer.com, I was like,
Because that's the one thing. Because at GABF there was always that whole area, and you got to. I think there was even a voting situation where people got to pick, like, because if you won best of show in a competition, that made you eligible to do a pro-am, and that meant that if you did a pro-am, then that could go to GABF, and then you got featured.
Yeah.
And the idea that if they took
Hey, beer fans, it's that time of year again. It's
the homebrewers that had tickets
SheBrew
to
time.
get to those. That's where I have
Right.
Yeah.
And we are here
I'll
again
tell
at
you what,
McPolanders. You know,
McPolanders
if you are a
is-
homebrewer out there and you were planning on participating in this, and the only hitch is having to pay for these expensive GABF tickets, the Brew Happy Show will sponsor you. We'll have to pick somebody. We'll have to pick one person, and you guys can go and use our media pass as a field reporter, and that way you won't have to pay for your ticket.
How are you going to decide who it is?
God, I hope we weren't wanting to go this year.
I tell you, well, you just said you weren't going to go.
I did not. We didn't talk about this at all.
Was that hypothetical?
We're not going. I mean, we've got some things going on.
No, we're not going. But I mean,
You're not
how are
going.
you going to pick
Well,
the winner?
we're allowed 4 media passes. We almost never use all 4 media passes unless it's like the first time we're going to an event like CBC. We're using all 4 passes, but usually it's usually 3 of us, and that usually leaves a 4th pass.
We just exclude Bronwyn all the time. That's fine.
Well, she's usually doing plant stuff,
No, I
or
know.
She's making money doing
or
plant
there's
things.
years that you aren't able to go. Or there's some years that it's just me and John.
We don't know for sure.
John's got a
yet,
Scorpions
but
concert to go
it's a
to.
good
John's got a Scorpions
It's a
concert
good-
to go
it's a
to.
good idea.
There's some years
At
we
least one.
there's some years we
Two
don't
of
even go at all. So
That's true, too.
we haven't even gotten into all of that conversation because it's so far later in the year. But
fair.
I think it's foreseeable that we would have at least one ticket available, and we could sponsor a home brewer out there, perhaps, if they really wanted to participate in this event. And the only hitch is this expensive ticket.
You should come up with a really cool contest.
Ah.
Yeah.
You come up with that all by yourself. Yes.
There are probably
think
some
I just did.
exclusions notated as
Yeah.
though we won't be buying plane tickets or
No.
hotel room accommodations.
No.
But if you just need access to
Wait, what?
the
John's not
festival.
going to do that?
Well
yeah,
done,
we're,
Bronwyn.
we're
Well
just
done.
gonna mention those exclusions.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
100% free.
Yeah. If what you need is access to the event, we can surrender one of our media passes if you would represent the Brew Happy Show as a field reporter, and then of course, obviously that comes with some requirements. You gotta visit some
Fucking
booths.
get
and,
there.
and do some field reporting for us.
And not get arrested.
And not get arrested or embarrass
All right,
us.
now you guys are just nitpicking.
Hey.
But what I will say is,
I'm just saying. I think that's what we could do to help.
It's
you know,
possible.
if we could do some part.
That's great.
But I think
help.
that in lieu of that, and going back to what we were talking about, I think there needs to be a kind of a little bit of a restructure of HomebrewCon, and I think that some of that comes from the idea that because they are homebrewers, because they are not professional, big name, have a brewery, have a location, they have hours of operation, is that allowing them to be warranted the opportunity to shine and not be overshadowed by people like Melvin or just Allagash, or just all these
New Galeris.
Right, fucking all these big
all
names.
these other breweries,
Denver Brewing Company,
and all these professional breweries in all 50 states of America.
Right.
Breakside.
Right, a Breakside.
How you gonna put your home
Blue
brews
Ribbon
up
right.
against
So,
Breakside?
Right, you're not.
No, you're not.
But you're not.
Okay.
But that's not the point of the contest,
not.
because it's going to have their own. The HomebrewCon awards will have their own award ceremony, which is great.
Right.
But how many people at GABF are going, oh, I'm going to stop at the homebrew section real quick and try some of those beers?
Oh, wait.
we usually
I need
do.
to get a membership first? Oh, hold on.
Never mind.
Let me go online and see if I can get a membership and show my new
We're
card.
probably not going to do that if we have to get a membership.
Right. If they change it, and there's a section for homebrewers that is not it's outside of the HQ, which is
what they usually do.
Which is what they usually do. Then
Right.
great, that's cool. And they can put a little sticker that says homebrew HQ beer.
Yeah.
Cool, HAA beer, great, perfect. But if they don't, then it's pointless. It's a moot point, and therefore it's a moo point, as Joey would say.
Technically, moot means debatable.
But it's but it is debatable because why are we doing this if we're not going to be able to allow those people to shine?
Not
It's
everyone
true.
celebrates homebrewers the way SheBrew does.
Yeah.
Go Bronwyn.
It's true. Well, I'm only speaking from experience because I'm this teeny little plant consulting business, an interior scaper, and we just got back from a couple of weeks ago from the Tropical Plant International Expo in Fort Lauderdale, and there were companies being represented there that do what I do but have 15-20 people working in the design department, and then the install department, and then the maintenance department, and I'm little old me doing all of those things. But because I went to that event, it wasn't about me versus them. It's not a competition, first of all, but it was networking opportunities for me as a quote unquote a home business.
Yeah, and those in themselves can be very valuable, those connections.
Yeah, I went to some seminars. I learned a bunch of stuff. I connected with people. I met someone from the local huge interior scaping company called Ambius. I met people from the University of Michigan creating an interior scaping curriculum that was interested in learning about how I started my business.
Yeah, and there are similar opportunities like that at Great American Beer Festivals.
That's maybe what I'm thinking is maybe there's some benefit to the home brewers so that they could meet the other brewers if they're just trying to get into the industry.
And there are talks and discussions and Q&As that happen with the AHA and with the homebrew stuff, and so maybe there's some access to specific things that we're just not focusing on right now,
or that's just not being reported on.
Correct.
So
because it's early,
we're only getting so much information.
It just got the release of it I think a day or so ago, so it's very new information, which is still great that's been released. And I hope that the opportunity is all positive, but based off of how it looks and how it feels from some of the homebrew side of the competition side, it's going to be I'm not going to go.
Perhaps if there's a large enough voice and uproar against it, then maybe they still have time to change
maybe
whatever rules.
At least get out some more information because
Yeah. Right.
I would love to know that there's more to the story than has been reported so far,
Yeah.
because maybe there is a lot of benefits that we're not aware of, because I can't imagine that the AHA went into the decision without like thinking it through and without like
it wouldn't have been
considering benefits to everyone.
I'm sure they didn't do this lightly, and
No.
and there's probably other things that are going on in this that we like I said,
Yeah.
just haven't been revealed, and there's still opportunity to add more to this
Yeah.
to make it more appealing for the homebrewers. So
And it can be a great learning opportunity if they're not able to make amendments and it's a total flop, then maybe they'll listen to the people that are actually
God, I hope so.
benefiting
too.
or brewing the beer, or like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe they can adjust for, if not this year, then next year.
And it's hard too. I mean, it's the Oregon Brew Crew. The membership numbers have been down since the pandemic. I mean, even SheBrew, like our national homebrew competition, it's like we are getting like half of the entries we did in 2020. And granted, 2020 was like our big year.
And that was like you were the last big event before the shutdown.
Well, not only the fest, but the comp too. It was our
Yeah.
biggest numbers, and we're doing the same thing. It's like I'm engaging with like probably 40 or 50 homebrew clubs online, and the HRC sends the posters out to every homebrew shop in the country. So it's not that people don't know, but a lot of people have just changed their behaviors and changed their habits.
Which is understandable, and I think that's, I think with the tides changing of beer community, we have seen not just in homebrewers, but
Oh, yeah.
big names have shut down,
Oh,
and
yeah.
some of our favorite brewers in the area have gone away. And I get it that things are going to change, as they should, and we would hope that for most of the changes, they are for the better, or for what the wellness of the beer community, because craft beer should still be local, it should be independent, and you know, as important as it is, we want to see changes. But we would hope we don't lose the essence of what we've got going on here. So it's tough, and we hope that everything kind of resolves itself by 2025. Maybe we'll find out. We don't know.
Yeah. From the mail pail, we do have a couple of items I want to mention. Montevilla Brew Works. Now, we all know that Zwickelmania normally
They're coming to SheBrew too. Cam Brown is
Montevilla?
brewing a beer.
Okay. Zwickelmania usually is parallel to Festival of the Dark Arts, and so it can usually be really tough to make it to both of them. But this past weekend for Zwickelmania, Montevilla Brew Works, they released their cask beer engine. So this was so they were doing their once a year open house for Zwickelmania, and they had their grand unveiling of this cask beer engine. And so you can now get cask beer at Montevilla Brew Works, which is pretty exciting for those of you that likes the old school style.
Well, it's about damn time.
Yeah. Do you guys want to explain a little bit about what exactly cask beer is?
Go ahead, honey.
Oh no, it's here's the deal.
Because a lot of people mistake it for flat beer.
Well, and I'm sort of that
Yeah,
person.
she's in that
I can appreciate a cask beer to a degree, but I will always say it would be better if it was more carbonated.
Okay.
But Jeremy really likes cask beer, so I'm just gonna let him take that.
Camera, real ale. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, you put it into a barrel, it's not done fermenting, and it ferments the rest of the way in the barrel, and it's not entirely carbonated. But that's how they did it to begin.
Yes.
And you know, it's got its own character. You know, if it's forced carbonated, that beer has its own character as well. So I would say it's just a nice, different way of looking at a beer.
Yeah, and you're using a hand pump to pump the carbonation into the beer and force it out into your cup.
Yeah, I mean,
if you've never seen it done that way before, it is very interesting.
It's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, and so I mean, even if you never tried it before, it's the novelty of doing it and having it is always really neat and fun.
A lot of times you can find it at like UK pubs or like places like the Horse Bras have a couple of beer engines.
Absolutely.
Ron, what were you going to say?
I was going to ask if it's usually dark beer in a cask.
Typically.
No?
No, isn't it?
Not
Usually
always.
I found it like to be like a brown ale or
Because it's served kind of lukewarm because it's not really chilled. So like the dark beer.
It could be a mild, just maltier probably.
Okay.
But yeah,
something
not
that is
necessarily.
flavorful.
You're not going to find an IPA or a hoppy, hazy,
Right.
something like that.
Unless it's fresh. Oh wait, no, not
no,
hoppy.
No,
not a hoppy.
Not a hoppy. It's gonna be if it's gonna be a lager, it's gonna be something definitely more mild. But brown.
And it's more of a UK thing anyway, so you're going to see more UK styles that are pulled through.
A bitter, maybe, right.
An ESB for sure.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, ESB's on cask.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. Okay. So, and also from the Mail Pail, Matt Van Wyck from Ale Song sent me
Saw him this week.
some. Yeah, great guy. I saw some of his posts. It looks like they were having a whole lot of fun out there. And they're having a survey. So if you go to their website and you fill out the survey, you have a chance to win a next quarter's club membership on the house. Plus, Bronwyn, I thought you'd love this tidbit of information. They have barrel planters available for $40 each, or 3 for $100.
Man, yeah, if you live in that area and you're wanting to do some gardening, that's a really good deal. I mean, and then you're supporting a local business too, because I mean, you'd probably spend a little bit more than that at like Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yeah, and I think maybe there's some maybe some of your clients could use a refresh on their barrel planters.
Yeah, what a good idea.
And Lowe's and Home Depot probably had garbage in those bottles.
Oh,
they're
they literally, they're so, not cute at all.
Speaking of something that's really cool, our good friends, some of you might have seen on Facebook, our good friends Mike and Kimberly from Final Draft Tap
Yeah,
House.
they did another post.
They have done a post because they're helping to endorse Shirts on Tap.
Yes.
A subscription service that you can get delivered to your front door. You get a monthly shirt from a local brewery in a city that you of your choosing, whether it be Oregon, Washington. You can go all the way to Denver. You can go to Texas. You can go all the way up to New York.
You can go to Alaska if you want.
Not that far. There's only like 7 cities that they feature, but it's a really cool service for $25 a month. You can be a subscriber of Shirts on Tap and get your box from your favorite brewery wherever you're locally added. So here's what I will tell you is I didn't subscribe.
Oh, you didn't subscribe this year?
But I did buy
the
February shirt.
Oh, okay.
And the February
is it on its way?
And the February shirt, it's on its way.
Because you're not wearing it.
I'm not wearing it, but I will wear it once it shows up. And Bronwyn will appreciate it because we appreciated some of the features here at this brewery location. And it is Second Profession.
Oh, shit. It's a very planty-looking shirt, too.
It is a very planty-looking shirt. So if you have time still to go to shirtsontap.com, get your shirt for $25.
We might have to get that.
Yeah, and it comes with, you can get short sleeve or long sleeve.
Honey, what do you think?
And,
I love it. I think
men's
it's super
and
cute.
women's,
Would you get the short sleeve or the long sleeve?
I'd probably want the long sleeve, but I think that you should get it because when you're my plant assistant, you can wear it until it's my second profession, and it's
your second profession.
The best of both worlds. Oh my God,
Bronwyn,
you're right.
It's Bronwyn. Either that or this year we have a new merch item at SheBrew. It's a sleeveless crop top.
Oh, I don't think that would look good on me.
I feel like all 3 of us men should get some. Yeah.
So
to when he's helping out the plants.
sexy.
Do you think I could pull off a crop top?
You can pull off anything, baby.
Why do they call it a crop?
Don't keep it on.
Why do they call it a crop top?
Cropped short.
Yeah.
It's above the
From
waist.
the bottom of the
It's
below.
above the waistline.
It's going up, honey. Go up.
I got a cute belly button. It used to be an innie, but now it's an outie.
Do it now.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the thing.
I can pull that off. I'm just telling you right now.
John could pull it off.
I can pull it off.
Go to shirtsontap.com.
Well, you're not going to pull it off of me.
$25. Get yourself a cool
Bronwyn
shirt.
might.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
She can do whatever she wants.
She
Shirts
still
on
gets
tap.
me railing in the evenings.
Hey.
What
yeah.
was that website again?
Yeah, shirtsontap.com.
Shut your mouth.
Oh,
Shut
boy.
that damn mouth.
I am
tell him
barred
Christopher
from
Walken
Stab you in the
any
face
more-
with a soldering iron.
Any
That's
more
right.
brewery shirts.
But Second Profession is featured in Oregon for the month of February. There is a different brewery every single month. They do send you some stickers as well as some cool coupons that you can enjoy at the brewery of your choosing.
Oh.
No.
We're
Yeah.
going for it.
No, you've
Oh, are
already
we
done
going?
it.
Are we going for it?
Is there a rum over there?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Oh, we've got all
Have
kinds
we
of stuff.
surpassed it already?
You've already done it
Yeah.
No.
Wait. By how much?
by 3 minutes.
Keep going. Where's that rum? We're
Where's
going.
the overpour? Come on now.
They were going
Sorry,
for.
Ben. Bye,
Sorry, Ben.
Bye, Ben.
They were going for the record.
Ben, we
bud.
love you.
So I just want to really quick
Don't.
mention this beer that I
No.
got for JP over at Beer Mongers. So I don't know if you've had this cold pressed IPA, and
Who?
I don't.
Oh, Alvarado Street.
Yeah. So we don't have them featured on the show very often.
They're
but
not fucking here.
It kind
not
of
anywhere near here.
Yeah, exactly. So when I saw it in the cooler at Beer Mongers, I was like, well, this is really interesting. And I don't actually know what a cold pressed beer is, so I was wondering if the McPolanders could help me.
Yeast.
No, it's like a cold IPA, which is really just
lager
a
yeast
session IPA.
Okay.
Yeah, lager yeast instead of IPA yeast.
Okay.
Hey, I appreciate the
That's-
fact that people are rebranding stuff and it's working out for them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yes, a
Because
cold
it
press
has
IPA.
to say IPA in order to sell.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. But wait, a cold press IPA is what?
Lager yeast, right?
Oh,
Instead
so
of
it's a
ale
lager
yeast.
type. Oh.
So this is basically
same type of beer, just use lager yeast instead of ale yeast.
so it's basically an IPL or a cold
IPL.
or a cold ale.
Yeah.
Love you, Ryan.
We're done.
I don't
There's
know.
like there's an overpour going
It's
on, right?
pure hop juice in a can. Oh boy.
I
It's
mean,
entirely possible.
Oh,
Pure
it's
hot
peaches.
juice
It's got
in a can.
peaches. Peaches rings.
We'll do an overpour if you open and drink it. But wait,
Yeah. Oh,
there's
no
more.
problem. Mango.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We got a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so before the overpour, so SheBrew, Sunday, March 10th, tickets, shebrew.beer.
At the Red on Salmon.
At the Red on Salmon.
that's
Get
two-
your VIP tickets
Yep.
for your best value.
That's 234 Southeast 12th, Portland, Oregon. Guys, this is going to be one of the coolest events. Go to shebrew.beer
10
to get
homebrews,
your tickets.
49 pros.
March 10th.
49 beers and ciders. Once again,
Save the date.
another
For
fucking
$49. For $49.
Yeah.
49 pro beers and ciders, which is another record.
Yeah. It's the 9th annual. It's a really great event, and you're supporting a good cause. And just celebrate our friends in the Brewniverse. Get a beer or a cider, and love it. As always, beer fans, I don't just like you, I love you, and I want to have a beer with you right here at the McPolanders guest house and tap room. And you can pet their cat or get a stout. What? Who's guy? This guy over here. He's the one that wanted to go long, and now he's rolling his eyes over here at me. Okay.
He's muted the rest of us already.
Anyways,
He's
keep
like,
brewing
just fucking
out
shut
there,
it.
beer fans, but brew happy. Cheers.
This production is brought to you by Brew Happy Media, the ultimate brewers media resource. For more information, go to thebrewhappyshow.com and brewhappypodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Brew Happy. For more cigar pairings, please check out our sponsor, paulcigars.net. Questions, concerns, advertising, or guest relations, please reach us at brewhappypdx@gmail.com. Remember, brew happy, drink responsibly. Cheers.
Smoke it.
It's gotta have oats.